July 8th, 2026 meeting of the Municipal Code Enforcement Board is now called to order. A couple of announcements before we get started. We will be having a special meeting. Do you want me to start? Ask him if he wants me to start over.
Start over.
Okay, I'll start over. Okay, so the July 8th, 2026 meeting of the Municipal Code Enforcement Board is now called to order. A couple of announcements before we get started. First, there will be a special meeting held on July 22nd, 2026 at 6 p.m. for water cases only. And our next regular meeting will be held on August 12th, 2026 at 6 p.m. If everybody would please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. So make sure you guys mark your calendars for July 22nd, 6 p.m. right here. So ladies and gentlemen, the Municipal Code Enforcement Board is charged with conducting hearings to determine whether an alleged violation of the city code has occurred. Decisions made by this quasi-judicial board will be based on the evidence and facts presented this evening. Our meetings are conducted in accordance with Robert's Rules of Order, and each case will begin with the city presenting its evidence of the alleged violation. The respondent will then present his or her case. Both parties will have an opportunity to cross-examine all witnesses. The board members may question any witness. Comments by both parties must be relevant to the case. Persons wishing to speak will be given an opportunity to do so by the chair and must address the board from the podium after giving their name and address. Upon request, copies of material submitted by staff are available for review. Board members are reminded to obtain permission to speak from the chair, and questions of the city should be directed to the attorney for the city. At this time, I'll ask all persons who expect to give testimony tonight to stand and be sworn in by the legislative assistant, Tasha.
Please stand and raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm that the testimony that you will provide the board will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? I do. Thank you.
So before we get past that, I understand. Did she understand what she just did? Okay, we're good? All right, thank you. So ex parte communications. At this time, I'd like to ask board members if they've had any ex parte communications regarding any matters coming before the Code Enforcement Board this evening. If you've had verbal communications, please disclose the sum and substance of the communications, when and where the communications occurred, and with whom it occurred. If you received any written communications, please disclose the nature of the communications and provide a copy to the legislative assistant to be filed in the record. Starting with you, Brian.
I have not.
I've had none.
I've had none.
I've had none.
Very good, thank you. Minutes of the meeting. Minutes of the regular meeting held May 13, 2026. Hopefully all of you have had a chance to review it. If the minutes are acceptable and there's no changes or additions, I'll entertain a motion to approve.
Move to approve.
Second.
Motion is second. Any further discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? No nays. Motion carries. Okay, we will be taking cases out of order. You guys want all the cases, or you want me to just give them to you one at a time?
One at a time.
One at a time. Okay, first case will be 261536.
Case number 261536, City versus Marisol Torres, for the property located at 6213 South Queensway Drive. This case is before the board based on an alleged violation of Section 12-768, tree removal regulations, and Section 12-763, tree removal penalty. This case will be prosecuted this evening by Code Officer Danielle Batt. The city has evidence that the notice of violation and the notice of hearing were properly served.
Before we get started, Ernie, I understand there's a language barrier, so she had, there's an interpreter with her?
This case?
Yes.
Yeah, I'll give her to
Okay.
swear in this truth.
Okay.
Yes, where is she? Oh, here, okay. Oh, and she's the...
Who's doing the interpreter? You'll be doing it.
Oh, I see. Yes, one more time. Sorry about that. Please raise your right hand. Do you hereby swear that the translation that you will provide from English to Spanish and from Spanish to English will be true and accurate?
Yes.
Thank you. Okay.
All right, thank you. Away we go.
Good evening, I'm Officer Batt with Code Compliance. This case this evening was initiated by me on May 5th, 2026.
Chair, 1 second. That's gonna have, everything you say is gonna have to be translated. You have to go slowly.
Okay.
Why don't we have a respondent and the translator? I think will you be comfortable up here?
We can have, why don't we have, Ernie, we can have him sit in the first row here.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll work
Yeah.
too, I guess.
Yeah.
Let's see if that works.
Yeah. That way they're not standing the whole time
So, yeah, you'll have to do it in
in bits and pieces.
I'm sorry.
No, you're good. You're fine.
I'm sorry, what was your name again?
I'm Officer Bat.
Officer Beth.
Bat.
Bat, ok. Ella es la oficial, ok, de la ella es Bat, que es como un animal.
Good evening. I'm Officer Bat with Code Compliance. This case this evening was initiated by me on May 5th, 2026, at the request of City Arborist Joe Ferris. In violation of city code of ordinance. The code sections are 12-763 and 12-768 for the removal of 6 or 7 unknown types of oak trees on property without first obtaining a required permit or permission. On June 10th, 2026, an irreversible notice of violation, notice of hearing was created for today's hearing and posted the subject property. Requested posting to City Hall on the electronic board and sent both certified mail and regular mail to the address of record. Official copy of notice, a violation notice of hearing, was created on June 25th, 2026, and posted to the subject property. Requested posting to City Hall on the electronic board for the 10-day requirement, and sent both certified mail and regular mail to the address of record. At this time, I would like to submit evidence for case number 26-1536, supporting the case and refer any questions to the City Arborist, Joe Ferris, who will be providing all evidence.
So before Joe starts, does she have any questions? Does she understand? She's good? Understand? Okay, great, thank you.
Good evening, Joe Ferris, City Arborist. This case was first presented to me on 4/20/26. After our building official had been to the address to do an inspection on a permit. At that time, he had found several other projects underway without a permit, including what looked to be the removal of several trees. If we can bring up the first slide, please. So this image is taken from Hillsborough Property Appraiser. It's dated 1/5/25. And looking at the top of the image, that would be the south side of the property. Your left is going to be east, the bottom north, and your right is the west side. The 7 colored pink highlighted trees are the ones I believe were removed. The yellow highlighted trees are those that are still remaining. The next slide. This is another image where now the top part of your screen is your east side of the property. If you note in the back along the south side, there's a structure that I believe is gazebo. Again, identifying the trees that I believe are removed and the ones that are still remaining. Next one, please. This was an image taken by our building official when he was out there for the inspection. This shows the yellow highlighted as a tree that is still there, which matches from the screens before. Next slide is just another image. You can see where the gazebo's at and the relationship to those trees. I think that was the last of the slides. So the only other thing I have I'm going to pass around is a copy of the boundary survey. This survey was dated 4/2 of 26 and is a current topographic survey that was submitted for some of the permits that were in work from stop work orders. On this sheet, you're going to see the 3 highlighted yellow trees that still remain that correlate with the ones we just seen online.
We'll accept that, thank you.
Can we go back to one of the first aerials? Or either one of them? Yeah. So again, those yellow highlighted ones represent the yellow highlighted ones that are in the current topographic survey. In that image that we see of the backyard, can we go to that one again? All those pink ones you see that are closer to the back of the house, we'll go to the next slide, all that is wide open. So there were trees in that area, and that's what's highlighted in that aerial. As far as sizes for the trees, I don't have that information. The trees were removed, the stumps were gone by the time I was notified on the situation. Most of them appear to be oaks of some type. So unfortunately, the matrix that you all have for fines isn't going to really apply here because I don't know the sizes. So I'm looking for a couple of things. Replanting of every tree that was removed, 1 for 1. And a shade tree that follows our approved trees. And a fine of up to $5,000 per tree. And I'll stand for any questions you have.
So, I thought I heard you mention that there was a red tag on this property also?
There were several red tags.
Was it because of the trees or because of something else?
There are other things. Those have all been addressed.
Okay.
And are now after the fact permits.
Okay,
But so at the time this was discovered, there were multiple things that were being done, projects without permits.
okay. All right, any other questions? Go ahead, Bill.
So I assume there was no arborist, a certified arborist letter or anything to cover any of this work, so. And as far as the size of the trees, and the number of trees, you said 6 or 7.
I've counted 7 based on these aerials.
But you can't get into the backyard to do any,
There's nothing
They're
left to
gone.
look at. The trees are gone, the stumps are gone.
okay, you're just,
So I'm basing it on the aerials that are on property appraiser.
okay.
That's all I have to go with, along with that survey, which is the most current survey, which was submitted for the first permit that they had done, that our inspector was out doing the inspection when he found all the other work that was going on.
So as far as the matrix is concerned, with this, obviously, you don't know if they're live oaks. You don't know if they're not grand trees, apparently,
Don't know. I mean, again, I didn't see them before.
but the diameters wouldn't be 24 inches, would they?
It's hard to say because I didn't see them. I mean,
Oh,
you can only see so
you said the
much.
stumps are already,
Stumps are gone, so there wasn't anything to even get measurement.
You know, given the height that's shown in the aerials,
they don't look to be.
would it be a far stretch to say that they were 24 inches in diameter or greater?
Some of them could have been, yes. And they're probably definitely oak trees.
Okay.
That neighborhood has got a lot of oaks in through there, laurels and lives. I just don't know, again, the species without having seen them first.
Okay,
David, I have a question.
go ahead.
Can you explain it just a little bit? On one tree for me, with the highlights, I got confused because like branches to me.
Well, that's the aerial image that you're looking at. It's an angled image. They call it eagle view. So it's a angled image. You can see, and it took me a bit to go through this along with that survey. But in the first image I showed, where the south is at the top, you can see the shadows of those trees across the property. So I was able to trace those shadows back. It is difficult because you're seeing a cluster of canopy. But if you go close enough, you can see the trunks and then those long shadows. So this was in January. Obviously, that sun was towards the southwest. And you can see those long shadows go right back to those trees, including the ones that are highlighted yellow, which are still on the property according to the topographic survey.
And we don't know if these trees were initially with the development when the development was built.
They may well have been. I have talked to residents in the past who had told me that her husband had gone there when it was first underdeveloped and dug up small laurel oaks to plant in their yard. So
And that was
as
how long?
mature as a lot of those trees are, it'd be, in that neighborhood, it would be safe to say that they were there from the beginning when it was developed.
Which is about 30 years.
I'm not exactly, probably 20, 30, yeah, probably 30 years. I would say that's probably in the 90s when that was developed in there.
Thank
Any other
you.
questions?
Yeah, I had one.
Go right ahead.
So what's a typical amount of time that you would allow them to replant? If assuming we have a finding where they need to replant trees, what would be a typical amount of time that you would allow them to have? 30 days or 60 days or?
In fairness, when we have something that's done the correct way, so they're developing the property, they're putting the pool in, tree in the middle of the yard, they have to mitigate that. I give them 60 days from the date that the permit has been issued to replant, because that's a fair amount of time to tame the tree, get that planted. Of course, this isn't done that way. I don't have a problem with 60 days to replant. I think that's a fair amount of time. Normally, again, if it's a permit related, the permit doesn't get closed out or approved till those trees have been planted, and I've been out there to see that.
Okay.
Again, it's a different situation, but I'm fine with 60 days.
Okay, thanks.
Give me just a second, guys.
And as far as replacement trees, I'm also fine with it being a 15-gallon tree. In the past, we have gone larger. Our code does say 3 inches caliper for mitigation, but it's going to be a larger container, larger root ball. And right now, as dry as everything is, and even though we've gotten some rain, we're still in a deficit. So it's going to take more water to get that many trees established. I recommend 5 gallons of water per 15-gallon tree a day to get established. So I'm fine with not going larger than that, because it's just going to take more water to get them established right now, especially with that many trees.
About
Shade tree.
one of the tree had to be a shade tree, is?
Yeah, because we took down canopy trees, so our code has a list of shade trees. Those are the ones that are recommended for replacement with mitigation.
So all 6 should be shade trees, right? That's
Yes.
7.
All seven.
7.
All
Well,
seven.
depending on 6 or 7, whatever.
On the side of
Yeah.
caution, I think.
Yeah.
So,
Any other questions? I have a question for you. He mentioned $5,000 per tree,
Yes,
up to $5,000 per tree. Are you on board with that idea?
I am.
Okay.
I am. It goes to the impact of the violation, the number of the violations, and how it was completed. So yes, I'm on board with that.
Good enough, thank you. At this time, does the respondent want to say anything? Okay, come on up. Both of you, put your name and address on the record and where you live.
Que ponga tu nombre y tu dirección para que lo pongan en el récord. Di tu nombre y tu dirección.
Marisol Torres.
Just ask if she has
Si tú le entiendes,
I will, enter her name and address, yeah.
di tu nombre,
Marisol Torres.
tu apellido, tu dirección.
6213 South Queensway Drive. Temple Terrace, 33617.
And you're here as her legal representation or just interpreter?
No, as an agent, just,
Okay.
she hired my company to help her with all these permit and violation issues and try to get everything resolved.
But let us have your name and your business address.
It's Aileen Rosario, ARPC LLC, 2504 and a half West Crest Avenue, Temple Terrace. Tampa, Florida, 33614. And she, on her affidavits, when we submitted for all the building plans and everything, my name is on there also
Okay.
as
Okay, before she gets started, would you please ask her if she's understood everything that's happened so far?
antes de empezar, si tú has entendido todo lo que ellos han dicho.
Sí.
Yes.
We're good? Okay. So tell her to, just like we did, she'll have to give us sound bites. You'll interpret, and then she can continue.
Que tú me digas lo que tú quieres que yo diga, entonces yo se lo voy a decir a ellos, entonces ellos me van a contestar y yo te lo voy a decir para atrás en español. ¿Ok?
Thank you.
Gracias.
Yo tengo 7 meses viviendo ahí.
I have 7 months living there.
Eh,
Está bien.
cuando me mudé ahí faltaban
When she moved there,
4 árboles
there was 4 trees missing,
y nosotros quitamos 3.
and they took out 3.
Okay?
There was, okay.
Lo que él vio, él puede ver un año atrás. Que era lo que faltaba.
That what he seen was from a year before, and they hadn't purchased the property at that time. Dime.
Él
Eh,
tiró fotos.
This gentleman took pictures.
Ajá. ¿Cuándo tiró la foto? En el 25.
When did he take the pictures? In 25? In 2025?
I didn't write that down. We can establish that afterwards.
Él tiene que tirar la foto 7 meses atrás.
That he needs to take pictures from 7 months ago.
And so, if I understand correctly, tell us again when she moved in and there was only 4 trees there? What year?
Cuando tú sacaste, cuando tú
5 trees.
habían 5 árboles cuando
Sí.
tú compraste la propiedad. When she bought the property, there was 5 trees.
What year and month was that?
In the Med, 7 months ago. ¿Fue en octubre? No. Oh, no, diciembre. Que tú compras.
Final de octubre.
End of October.
October of?
25? 2025.
So there were 5 trees? Or-
There was only, yeah, she's saying that there's
Total
only
of
5 trees
so-
on the property.
So 3 were taken down? Is that?
Oh,
Que ellos yeah, they took 3 trees out, yes. But the other trees there was only 5 on the property.
Okay.
And then they took out 3.
Gotcha.
Thanks.
Okay.
y el algoritmo dijo que esos árboles se podían cortar.
In the arborist letter that they have, I can't get in your Wi-Fi for me to download it. They do have an arborist letter, and the arborist letter says that they were able to take them down.
Okay. And you didn't bring that with you tonight?
I'm sorry.
What is the date of that arborist letter?
¿Cuál fue la fecha de la carta?
Abril.
April 29th,
Of what year?
2026.
But that was after.
That was after.
That's after the.
That's it.
Eso fue
trees were taken
después del árbol que se quitó el árbol. Well, wait.
Porque fue el día que lo pedimos.
It was said that the day that they asked for it.
Okay. All right.
Ellos quieren el día que se cortó.
And do you want the day that they cut it?
Huh?
You wanted the date that they
No, I
cut
want the
it?
date that the date on the letter from the arborist.
La fecha de la carta del arborista. Cuando se hizo inicialmente,
No tengo que pedírsela.
she said she has to ask for it.
Okay. Okay. Anything else?
¿Algo más?
¿No? ¿Qué más? Ok, los árboles que tenemos. que
Oh.
compramos.
So they did purchase some trees. They have purchased some trees on, I'm sorry. And they put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 trees that they purchased and have been planted. And this is the company that planted them.
Is that an extra copy?
Yeah, you can have this. And I sent this information to Mr. Shanks, yesterday.
Today, okay.
And I sent it to him with the receipt and the different trees.
That list there, does it say what kind of trees they are? Mm-hmm. Does it say the number of gallons?
Yeah, it says gallons. Mango, 25 gallon, avocado, 25, guava, 15, lime, 15, sugar, apple, 7, mango, 25, mamey, 25.
So those aren't the right kind of trees. Okay. All right, so would you mind giving that to the arborist so he can see that? You've seen that? Okay. Did you want to submit that for evidence?
Yeah,
Okay,
sure.
give it to Ernie.
Voy a darle a él para evidencia.
Okay.
Okay?
Chair, Mr. Ferris has some questions.
Yeah, let her finish and then we'll get Joe up there.
El señor quiere decir algo, pero él le dijo que espere que hasta que nosotros terminemos para entonces él puede venir a hablar. ¿Algo más que tú quieres decir?
All done?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you, you can have a seat.
Y nos podemos sentar.
My question is to the property owner.
Okay?
Do we have a date when the trees were removed? Is there an invoice?
La fecha en cuando fue que se quitó el halo, los árboles anteriores. She said she has to call the gentleman who did it. And si tú tienes un recibo,
Do you know?
¿quitaron eso? No.
Was it done before April 20th
Sí, se
of
hizo
this year?
antes de abril. Sí, yes, it was before.
So that was my question, is asking when. Obviously, if they have an invoice, the images that she's asking about or we're talking about were from property appraiser. That's all I have to go on.
What are those, what are the dates on them?
Those were from 1/5/25. Those were the aerial images we saw.
Yeah, so she's saying that
So-
9 months later, the trees were gone.
Yeah, so one, if she has an invoice with a date on it, that'll tell us when that was done before, if it was done before 4/20, and how many trees the service removed. But the arborist letter isn't gonna apply for this
Right.
if it's dated after the 20th. The new statute, or the revised statute a few years ago, stated that the property owner has to possess that documentation, which means before the trees are removed.
Right.
It's not an after effect, get a letter and approve it. So if it is just those three, but if she has a date when they were done in an invoice, that'll finalize arborist letter, no arborist letter for this. And will determine then how many trees were removed as far as fines go.
No, so, does the city have a problem with postponing the case until next month to give them the opportunity to get the invoice for when the trees were taken down so that we can confirm whether or not they truly were taken down in, I think she said October of 25?
No,
She
no
move
problem
in?
at all. I think you need to have all the evidence in
Yeah.
order to make it.
So,
Then, again, the evidence that I'm asking for is gonna benefit her.
yeah, I understand.
And hopefully she understands that that evidence is gonna benefit her in the long run. Because all I have to go on is those aerials.
All right, so let's bring them back up. Come on back up, and I'll explain to you what's going to happen. So we're going to postpone the rest of this hearing. When's our next meeting?
August.
Este hearing ahora. El próximo va a ser
Until August 12th.
agosto 12.
In the interim, that will give you time
Nos da tiempo.
to get the invoice or some record of when those trees were actually taken down,
La carta del arborista, vamos a printear
and the arborist letter,
la carta del arborista, buscar la fractura
Okay.
y todo, cualquier otra cosa. Si tú encuentras fotos de cuando ustedes se mudaron ahí, enseñando la evidencia que solamente habían
Okay.
los 5 fotos, los 5 árboles, ¿ok? Tú tienes que buscar entre los papeles.
Yeah.
Yo la otra carta ya yo la tengo, yo lo puedo someter, yo lo someto y se lo mando a él,
Okay.
¿ok? Pero me manda las fotos para entonces yo enseñarle también las fotos.
Okay.
You understand?
Si tú entendiste.
Yeah.
Yes.
So what you're going to hear, when you sit down, you'll hear that motion being made. It's the same thing I just told you.
Cuando nos sentemos, va a ir, lo que él va a decir ahora es lo mismo que nos está diciendo ahora.
Joe?
So question, I'm sorry, because
Go ahead.
I'm going to be doing the emailing. I have the arborist letter already, it's just I can't get in, but she's going to also send me, she's going to look for her receipt, and she's also going to send me pictures. She's going to try to find pictures of when they first moved in.
Whatever evidence she has, yes.
And that's what I said, just, you gotta do, it's your homework. And then I will email it to you. I need your card. I don't think I have your card. I'll email it all to you, and I'll also print it and bring it for the next hearing.
Hang on, Joe, you had some,
Una otra cosa, otra
The
pregunta.
trees that were replanted,
Los
unfortunately,
árboles que se desplazaron.
yeah, hang on, let Joe speak.
I just need to be close enough. The trees that were planted are not considered canopy trees.
No,
So
árboles-
fruit trees don't, for whatever mitigation, if it is 3 trees, and 3 are to be required to be replanted, fruit trees don't count by our code as a shade tree.
Que los árboles que tú reemplazaste, tú pusiste, en el código de ellos no cualifica para ser un árbol de sombra en el código de ellos. Los árboles de fruta no cualifican.
Planting what you planted is
Que,
perfectly fine.
que lo que tú
It just
plantaste está
doesn't
bien,
meet
pero
our
que
code.
no cualifica en el código. Okay, yes, you understand.
Are we good?
Yeah.
All right, so now I need a motion to postpone this to a date certain.
I'll do it.
All right, thank you.
Motion to postpone case number 26-1536 till further evidence is produced till August 12, 2026.
We have a motion, we have a second. Any further discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? No nays, motion carries. So the motion's been made, ma'am. The motion passed. So you have until August 12th to get your evidence. And then you will have to come back again here on August 12th, and we'll rehear it. Any questions? Okay, thank you. All right, next case is going to be 26-1936.
Again, John, David, can you say it again, please?
1936.
Case number 261936, City versus Saeed Vaquar Azam for the property located at 7939 Terrace Ridge Drive. This case is before the board based on an alleged violation of Section 22-161, subsection C, water shortage declaration. The case will be prosecuted this evening by Code Officer Danielle Batt. The city has evidence that the notice of violation and notice of hearing were properly served.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Good evening, I'm Officer Bat with Code Compliance. This case this evening was initiated by myself on June 5th, 2026, due to the inspection done by Code Director Jay Shanks. At this time, the city is in Phase 3 water shortage order per the Southwest Florida Water Management District. The property was found in violation of City Ordinance Violation 22-161 for watering outside the allowed time and date permitted and is irreversible. Per Southwest Florida Water Management, and the property is also only allowed to water on Fridays between 12 a.m. and 4 a.m. or 8 p.m. and 11:59 p.m. And although it was Friday, it was 12:47 p.m. A notice of hearing was posted to the subject property, requested to post to City Hall on the electronic board, and sent both certified mail and regular mail to the address of record on June 8th, 2026. The notice of violation notice of hearing was also posted on June 25th, 2026, the subject property requesting posted to City Hall on the electronic board for the 10-day requirement, and sent both certified mail and regular mail to the address of record. At this time, I would like to submit evidence for case number 26-1939, supporting the case, asking for a ruling and a one-time fine of $250 be assessed.
Okay, just a point of order. I heard 291939 from you. So would you mind just repeating the case number?
Case number 26-1936, I apologize.
Perfect, thank you. Any questions for the code officer? One at a time. Bill?
What time of day did you say this was?
12:57 p.m. in the afternoon. The photos, Exhibit A is going to be photos of the violation occurring on June 5th, 2026.
Rod? Yes, when is their watering day and how long?
They are permitted to water on Fridays, but they're only allowed to water between the hours of 12 a.m. and 4 a.m. or 8 p.m. and 11:59 p.m. They were watering in the middle of the day.
But the right day,
Right day, wrong time.
Right day, wrong time.
yeah, wrong time.
Any other questions? Is the respondent here? Would you like to say something? Come on up if you're going to talk. Name and address, please.
My name is Wakhar Azam, and address is 7939 Terrace Drive.
Hang on a second. Guys. Thank you. Go ahead.
Yes, 7939 Terrace Drive, Temple Terrace, Florida, 33637. I'm the owner of the property, but I don't live there. My tenant, those are tenant occupied, and they are the one who handle both. It's in the garage, and they handle the irrigation system. We accept that it was set at the wrong time, and it was a mistake, and we ask for respectfully ask for reduction or dismissal.
Have you rectified the times since then?
Yep, we did. Yeah, after we got the violation thing, and then we fixed the timer and the irrigation system.
Any other questions?
Yes.
Go ahead.
Did you know about the water shortage?
Yes, we do know. Yeah,
Any other questions? Thank you. You can have a seat.
thank you.
If there's no other questions, I'll entertain a
I
motion.
have a question for code.
Go ahead.
So, Director Shanks, so last, or 2 months ago, we were allowed to reduce the fine down to $100. A maximum of, no, we reduced it to a minimum of $100. Are you still okay with this? Because we're still kind of new into the process. Is that okay?
Yes, I think that's, based on communication I've had with other municipalities, that's fair and consistent. So if we did it last time for $100, I think it's fair to continue that for the first offense watering cases. That's a fair amount. It sends the message to them as well as hopefully neighboring properties throughout the city. And that's the point, is getting the message out. And keep in mind, we are directed by SWIFMUD, Southwest Florida Water Management District, to impose fines without warning at this time through October 1st.
Okay, thanks.
Any other questions? Seeing none, I'll entertain a motion.
All right, this will be under irreparable and irreversible violations,
Yes.
correct? Okay. All right, so I'll do this one. So,
Okay.
in case number 26-1936, I move that the city has proven by a greater weight of the evidence the following violation of the City of Temple Terrace City Code exists on the property located at 7939 Terrace Ridge Drive. Code violation is section 22-161, subsection C. This motion is based on the sworn testimony this board has received from Code Enforcement Officer Daniel Batts, along with any other evidence, including photos, affidavits, and notice of violation, all of which is received and entered as part of the record of this hearing. I further move that the violation is irreparable and reversible as defined by City Code Section 1-63. Therefore, I move that a fine of $100 be imposed for this violation.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? No nays, motion carries. So you have been found in violation. The fine is $100. Okay? Thank you. Next case, please, which is going to be 26-1498.
Case number 26-1498, City versus River Chase Property Holdings LLC, CO Blue Rock Premier Properties, Inc., for the property located at 6900 Aruba Avenue. This case is before the board based on an alleged violation of Section 10-34, sanitation premises clean. The case will be prosecuted this evening by Code Officer Doug Allen. The city has evidence that the notice of violation and notice of hearing were properly served.
Better grab him.
No, I apologize. I actually just sent Doug out to take care of that. He's going to come back in.
We'll wheel him back in.
Jack, you want him to? Yeah. You're gonna have to come in. I'm big action.
You're on deck, man.
Good evening, Mr. Chairman and board members. Doug Allen, Code Compliance Officer. This case was referred by Director Shanks to me on April 29th, 2026 for assorted debris along the west fence line. I left a door hanger with the property manager, Rosie Perez, with a reinspection date of May the 5th, 2026. My reinspection on May the 8th showed no change, so I generated a notice of violation on that date with a reinspection date of May 23rd, 2026. I posted a copy at the site, and a copy was also posted at City Hall on the electronic board for the 10-day requirement, and copies were mailed, both certified and regular mail, to the address of the owner of record. My reinspection on May 27th showed no change, so I created a notice of hearing on that date, and the case was scheduled for the June Municipal Code Board meeting, but was rescheduled for the July Code Board meeting. At this time, I'd like to submit photographic evidence of the site taken by myself on April 20th, 2026.
I'll accept those, thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Exhibit number 1 shows the affidavit of service for the notice of violation. Exhibit number 2 shows the affidavit of service for the notice of hearing. Exhibit number 3 shows the assorted debris. Exhibit number 4 shows the assorted debris. Exhibit number 5, 6, and 7, and 8 show the assorted debris. This time the site's not in compliance and I'm seeking a ruling.
You got any questions for the code officer? Go ahead.
So it appears to be just like a pile of trash, right?
Yeah, there's multiple piles. Yeah, there's probably a dozen or so.
Oh, around the property.
So if you look at the picture shown, that is the full property. And the section highlighted or circled in yellow is the point that we're looking at as far as this specific case. There is trash throughout the inner islands that you can see, but really the focus right now is what we've circled. And the hope is that as they're picking this up, they can attack the other piles of trash there, as well as that along the front.
So this is like the area to the left? That's like sort of a forested area, undeveloped, or is it?
It's wooded, yes.
Wooded
pretty
area that's not really part of the complex.
It's part of the property. Not actually, it borders the complex. So
but-
there's a walkway that goes along the edge. And so what's happening is the dumpster is way up front, at the front, and people just
Throwing stuff.
toss. So there's no really any accountability for that.
I got you.
Any other questions?
It's,
Go ahead.
for the officer. This is like an apartment complex,
Yes.
and it's just one section that the city looked at, or just that one highlighted, where you saw a lot of trash.
No, he just said that there's trash elsewhere. The case before you tonight is the area circled in yellow. However, he did just testify that there is trash elsewhere. And the hope is that as they clean up the area in yellow, that they will also attack those other areas.
But they're responsible for it.
Yes. Any other questions?
Are the respondents?
Well, that's my next question. How about I run the meeting? I understand, I guess you're the respondent. Did you want to say something?
Yes.
Come on up. Name and address, please.
Cindy Odom, I am the regional manager
Wait
with
till you get to the mic. Say it again.
Cindy Odom. I'm the regional manager with the management company that oversees the community. It's 6900 Aruba Way.
Okay.
That is, we did receive the initial notices about the cleanup. I think we were a little confused because it's outside the fence. If we were responsible, we had our teams do some of it, and then on reinspection, we met with Mr. Allen. He showed us exactly what he was talking about, those areas. After that point, we did hire a company. I have an invoice that we paid for somebody to come in and actually go into that area. It's very wooded, it's very wet, it's swampy area, so having any one of our employees actually walk in there would be fairly dangerous for them to do. So we hired a company, they came and cleaned it up. I do have some after pictures that we've complied and the invoice for you to, for reference.
You want to submit those into evidence?
Yes, please.
Okay, hand them over to Ernie, please.
We have in addition instituted fines to residents if they are throwing any trash over the fence. We've sent out 3 different notices, email blasts to them, also instructing and posted signs all along the fence about dumping.
Okay, so it's your position that as of tonight, it's been rectified?
Correct.
Okay. Any other questions?
So it's in compliance at this point, right? And you set notices out to the residents to cease and desist with the practice, so.
And we've have fined residents that we've witnessed.
Oh.
It will be an ongoing because people are people, and so, but we are taking active measures and trying.
You can have a seat, thank you. If there's no other questions, I'll entertain a motion.
Has it been confirmed that it's, because they said it's on?
Well, I mean, they'll go out there tomorrow. And so, if we give them the 30 days and it's cleaned up, we'll get a notice of compliance tomorrow.
Yeah, I'll do that one.
Please.
In case number 26-1498, I move that the city has proven by the greater weight of evidence the following violation of the City of Temple Terrace City Code exists on the property located at 6900 Aruba Avenue with applicable code violation section 10-34. This motion is based on the sworn testimony this board has received from the code enforcement officer, along with any other evidence, including photos, affidavits, and the notice of violation of which received and entered as part of the record of this hearing. I further move that the said violation be corrected on or before
August 12th.
my calendar is right here. August 12, 2026. If the respondent does not comply with this order on or before that day, they are ordered to pay a fine for each and every day the violation continue past the date set for compliance upon considering the following factors: the gravity of the violation, any actions taken by the violator to correct the violation, any previous violations committed by the violator. I move that the fine be $25 per day.
We have a motion, do we have a second?
Second.
Motion and second, any further discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, no nays, motion carries. So, ma'am, why don't you come on back up? So the property has been found in violation of the code. I understand you say it's been cleared up. They'll be out there tomorrow or the next day to take a look at it. Assuming that's the case, you actually have until August 12th to bring the property into compliance. And if it's already done, fine. But I will warn you that since you've been found in violation of the code, the next time it happens, it's considered a repeat violation, and the fines go way up from there. Okay, and that repeat stays on the books for 5 years, Jack?
Yes.
For 5 years. So if it happens again in the next 5 years, it's considered a repeat violation. Okay? Any questions?
No.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, next case, which will be 26-1606.
Case number 261606, City versus Haway, Abdel Aziz Musa, and Iman Yusuf Hamad for the property located at 11003 Kawani Drive. This case is before the board based on an alleged violation of Section 22-161, subsection C, Water Shortage Declaration. This case will be prosecuted this evening by Code Officer Danielle Batt. The city has evidence that the notice of violation and notice of hearing were properly served.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Good evening, I'm Officer Batt with Code Compliance. This case this evening was initiated by myself on May 8th, 2026. At this time, the city is in Phase 3 water shortage order per the Southwest Florida Water Management District. The property was found in violation of city ordinance violation 22-161 for watering outside the allowed time and date permitted and is irreparable, irreversible. Per Southwest Florida Management, the property is only allowed to water on Tuesdays between 12 a.m. I apologize, 12:01 a.m. and 4 a.m., or 8 p.m. and 11:59 p.m. A notice of violation, notice of hearing was posted to the subject property, requested posted in City Hall on the electronic board and sent both certified mail and regular mail to the address of record on May 11th, 2026. The notice of violation, notice of hearing was also posted on May 28th, 2026, so the subject property posted at City Hall on the electronic board for the 10-day requirement and sent both certified mail and regular mail to the address of record. In July, due to cancellation of the June Municipal Code Enforcement Board hearing, the clerk office rescheduled to tonight and mailed out such documentation. At this time, I would like to submit evidence for case number 26-1606, supporting the case and asking for a ruling of one-time fine of $250 be assessed.
Any questions? Is the respondent here?
Yes.
Come on up. Name and address, please.
Imam Hamad, address is 11003 Kiwani.
Okay. Floor is yours.
Well, I wasn't living in the property at the time, and I was in the middle of selling it, so I was watering. I was not aware of the water shortage because I wasn't checking the mail. That's about it.
Any questions?
Yeah, so have you changed the time for the watering?
I had no idea there was even a water shortage.
Okay.
I wasn't checking up on the mail, nothing. I was taking care of the grass.
But I mean, now is the timer set correctly now?
Oh, no, I've sold the property since.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Any other questions?
I do have one. The closing company took 150% of the possible fine, so $250. So they took $375 from me to hold it so that they can pay. So whatever the fine is, how would we go about that? Would that come to me or to the closing company since I don't own the property?
Fines are assessed against the property owner at the time.
Mm-hmm.
You would have to probably take evidence of the notice of violation to your title company
Okay.
and then get them to reimburse whatever the difference is.
Okay, so I would pay it myself and then have them reimburse.
Yeah, either that or the order.
Mhm.
I'm guessing if you took it to them, they would then pay out of escrow.
Okay.
Yeah, and then give you back, if they took $375 and it's $250, they'd give you back $125.
Excellent.
Okay?
Yeah.
Question?
Yes, can we be consistent and just doing the $100?
Do whatever you want.
You're the board. You,
Yeah, okay.
whatever you think is appropriate based on the facts presented this evening.
Yeah, I guess that is a question for Director Shanks. So this is this is a quote, a new violation, right?
Correct. This is a new one, and to be fair and consistent across the board, I do recommend $100.
Okay, thanks.
So at this time, I'll entertain a motion.
You'll be the water specialist.
All right, that'll be my job for tonight. All right, so in case number 26-1606, I move that the city has proven by a greater weight of the evidence the following violation of the City of Temple Terrace City Code exists on the property located at 11003 Kiwani Drive. The code section is 22-161 subsection C. This motion is based on the sworn testimony this board has received from the Code Enforcement Officer, Danielle Batt, along with any other evidence, including photos, affidavits, and notice of violation, all of which is received and entered as part of the record of this hearing. I further move that violation is irreparable and irreversible as defined by City Code Section 1-63. Therefore, I move that a fine of $100 be imposed for this violation.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? No nays. Motion carries. So the property has been found in violation. The fine is $100, and you'll get paperwork saying all that stuff. You can, deal with your title company on it.
Can I give you a different address to send it to, or would I wait to receive that paperwork?
Yeah, do you have something to write it down on?
Absolutely.
Hold on, I'll get it on your.
Your mic's not on.
Let me get your address.
Okay, while we're waiting, our next case will be 26-1959.
1959?
Yes, sir.
Case number 26-1959, City versus BAF Assets 3 LLC for the property located at 13037 Terrace Springs Drive. This case is before the board based on an alleged violation of Section 22-161, subsection C, Water Shortage Declaration. This case will be prosecuted this evening by Code Officer Danielle Batt. The city has evidence that the notice of violation and notice of hearing were properly served.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Good evening, I'm Officer Bat with Code Compliance. This case this evening was initiated by myself on June 8th, 2026. At this time, the city is in Phase 3 water shortage order per the Southwest Florida Water Management District. The property was found in violation of city ordinance violation 22-161 for watering outside the allowed time and date permitted and is irreversible. Per Southwest Florida Water Management, the property is only allowed to water on Thursdays between 12:01 a.m. and 4 a.m. or 8 p.m. and 11:59 p.m. A notice of violation, notice of hearing was posted to the subject property, requested posting to the City Hall and electronic board, and sent both certified mail and regular mail to the address of record on June 9th, 2026. Notice of violation, notice of hearing was also posted on June 25th, 2026. The subject property requesting posting in City Hall on electronic board for the 10-day requirement, and sent both certified mail and regular mail to the address of record. At this time, I would like to submit evidence for case number 26-1959, supporting the case and asking for a ruling, a one-time fine of $250 be assessed.
We'll accept that, thank you. Any questions for the code officer?
Yeah, just to confirm, this is considered a new first violation
Yes,
for
sir.
these guys. Okay, thanks.
Any other questions? Is the respondent here? Name and address, please.
Mailing address is 13037 Terrace Spring Drive, Temple Terrace, zip code 33637.
And your name, please?
My name is Terrace Duguay, and I'm the tenant of that property. Yeah.
Floor is yours.
Sorry?
If you want to say something, now's the time.
Oh, yeah, so I didn't know there's a shortage, so I received the notice, so I'm here just to make sure that before that I had two violation because of the weed, so I started to use to host the property and the front and backyard, and then I didn't really aware about a specific time to do that. So, so when I received the notice, I just want to make sure that I'm sorry that's happened, and yeah.
Okay, thank you. Any questions?
Yes, did you reset yours correctly, or no? Somebody lives there now, or
Yeah, I'm still living.
live there?
Yeah.
And you reset to the correct time. It's a very simple process, by the way, if you look it up.
Since that time, I just stop it because I don't want to be in trouble. But yeah, but the best solution needs to set the time.
The right timing.
Continue to do that. Yeah.
It goes with your house address.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Any other questions? Thank you, sir. You can have a seat.
Thank you.
No other questions, I'll entertain a motion.
Go, Bill.
All right, I'll do this one.
The expert.
The expert on water.
I can read, yeah, that's So in case number 26-1959, I move that the city has proven by a greater weight of the evidence the following violation of the City of Temple Terrace City Code exists on the property located at 13037 Terrace Springs Drive. This motion is based on the sworn testimony this board has received from Code Enforcement Officer Danielle Batt, along with any other evidence, including photos, affidavits, and notice of violation, all of which is received and entered as part of the record of this hearing. I further move that violation is irreparable and irreversible as defined by City Code Section 1-63. Therefore, I move that a fine of $100 be imposed for this violation.
We have a motion, do we have a second? Motion and second, any further discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, no nays, motion carries. So, sir, why don't you come on back up a minute? Come on. So just so you know, the property has been found in violation, and there was a fine of $100.
Okay.
Okay? Thank you.
All right.
Next case, please, which will be 26-0143.
Oh, first case.
Case number 260143, City versus Lei Ching and Hao Chun Sun for the property located at 9226 Kings Ridge Drive. This case is before the board based on an alleged violation of Section 8-102, subsection 13, subsection C, minimum housing roofs. This case will be prosecuted this evening by Code Officer Lori Smith. The city has evidence that the notice of violation and the notice of hearing are properly served.
Good evening, Mr. Chairman, board members, Lori Smith, Code Compliance. This case originated proactively on January the 14th, 2026. My inspection revealed a blue tarp on the roof of the structure. This condition shows a defect exists which might emit rain or cause dampness in the walls or interior portion of the building. At that time, I left a door hanger with the reinspection date of the 23rd of February, 2026. My inspection on February 24th, 2026 noted no change. Therefore, a notice of violation was prepared with a compliance date of March the 10th, 2026. No one was at home, so I posted a notice letter at the front door and requested copies be sent certified and first-class mail to the owner of record. I also requested a copy be posted on the electronic board for the 10-day requirement. At this time, I'd like to submit photographic evidence of the violation taken by me on the 23rd of March, 2026.
We'll accept that, thank you.
Exhibit number 1 shows a notice letter posted at the front door. Exhibit number 2 shows the blue tarp on the roof of the structure. Mr. Chairman, on June 25th, 2026, I contacted Ms. Sun, one of the owners, to advise her of the upcoming board meeting. This is an Airbnb, and Ms. Sun was unaware of the tarp on the roof. She stated that she would have someone come out and inspect the roof, and she would contact her insurance company. As of today's date, the site remains out of compliance, and I'm seeking a ruling.
Okay. Any questions for the code officer?
So you contacted them, they said there is an illegal, the owner lives in the house?
No, it's an Airbnb, so she does not live in the house.
Oh, okay.
She was unbeknownst that there was a tarp on the roof of the house. She was definitely surprised about that. She said she would have someone come out and take a look at it, as well as contact her insurance company. So maybe her husband, the gentleman that's also on the mortgage, on the property appraiser, maybe that too had received the notifications, but for whatever reason, Ms. Sun was not made aware.
Any other questions? Is the respondent here?
Yeah.
Okay, has he been sworn in?
I believe so. He was here because he's on the...
Were you sworn in? Did you raise your...
Did you swear yourself in?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah?
Okay.
I come up before the.
Okay, come on in.
Come on up.
Name and address, please.
Yeah. My name is Lei Chen. The address, that's a Airbnb home.
Okay, so your address is?
My primary home address? Or
Your home address.
This computer is 9226 Kings Ridge, Temple Terrace 33617.
Thank you.
Yeah. The blue top was put on by a company. It's called Roof Damage Restoration Company. They inspected my roof maybe like 7, 8, 9 months ago. They did that inspection and told me that they can file the insurance claim to get the roof repaired or replaced. They said this is going to take a very long time. They said it's all free to you. They will do that. So they installed that blue top on the roof. I think at the end of last year, and they started to do all the process. And after I think February, March, or sometime, they told me that the insurance claim is denied. And they said they will try something else. I said, can we remove that blue top? They said something, that blue top is a proof there's a water leak. Actually, that's only very minor water leak with that home. But they put the blue top there. They said they needed to show that to the insurance company. And a few months ago, they said it's all denied. They want to try something other method. But I said, can I remove the blue top? The contact I reached out, finally they told me that I'm no longer working with that company, that you need to contact the owner of that company. Then I was out of country for a month, just came back a few days ago. I reached out to the owner of the business. That business owner said something, feel free to remove it. We are no longer working on your case anymore. So, which means I just need to hire a roofer to remove the blue top and repair the roof. So I have already done that. I expect that could be done next week. So I contacted the roofer.
Okay, great.
That's the whole story. Yeah.
Any other questions? You can have a seat, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
If there's no other questions, I'll entertain a motion.
I'll do it. In case number 26-0143, I move that the city has proven by the greater weight of evidence the following violation of the City of Tumble Terrace City Code exists on the property located at 9226 Kings Ridge Drive with the applicable code violation 8-102 subsection 13 subsection C. This motion is based on the sworn testimony this board has received from the code enforcement officer, Lori Smith, along with any other evidence, including photos, affidavits, and a notice of violation of which received and entered as part of a record of this hearing. I further move that the said violation be corrected on or before August 12, 2026. If the respondent does not comply with this order on or before that day, they are ordered to pay a fine for each and every day the violation continue past the date set for compliance upon considering the following factors: the gravity of the violation, any actions taken by the violator to correct the violation, any previous violations committed by the violator. I move that the fine be $25 per day.
We have a motion. Do we have a second?
Second.
Motion is second. Any further discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? No nays. Motion carries. So you have been found in violation. You have until August 12th of 2026 to bring the property into compliance. You said it'll be fixed next week, so that shouldn't be a problem. If for any reason by August 12th it is not brought into compliance, you can come back on that night to the same place here at 6 o'clock and ask for an extension. There's no guarantee you will receive an extension, but it's your right to ask for one. Okay? Understand?
Yes.
All right, thank you.
One question is, after I get the...
Come on up to the, yeah.
So let's say next week, after I get that repaired, fixed, remove that blue top, should I take photos and send it to somewhere?
Well, save the invoice.
Save the invoice.
Yeah, and then call the code department, let them know it's fixed. They'll come out and take a look at it and we'll be done.
Okay, got it. All right, thank you.
Thank you. All right, I think that next case would be 26-0437.
Oh, that's an order.
Case number 260437, City versus Cynthia Aguilar for the property located at 209 Druid Hills Road. Excuse me, sorry. This case is before the board based on an alleged violation of Section 8-102, subsection 13, subsection C, minimum housing roofs. This case will be prosecuted this evening by Code Officer Lori Smith. The city has evidence that the notice of violation and notice of hearing were properly served.
Thank you.
Good evening, Mr. Chairman, board members, Lori Smith, Code Compliance. This case was originated proactively on February the 9th, 2026. My inspection revealed the front fascia was stained. There was a tarp on the roof of the structure, which this condition shows a defect, which might have missed rain or caused dampness in the walls or interior portion of the building, and the east side wooden fence was in disrepair. At this time, I left 2 door hangers with the reinspection date of the 9th of March, 2026. My inspection on March 9th, 2026 noted that the front fascia was cleaned and the east side wooden fence had been repaired. Progress was acceptable in correcting 2 out of the 3 violations, so I extended the case until the 6th of May, 2026. No one was at home, so I posted a notice letter at the front door and requested copies be sent certified in first-class mail to the owner of record. I also requested a copy be posted on the electronic board for the 10-day requirement. At this time, I'd like to submit photographic evidence of the violation taken by me on March the 20th, 2026.
We'll accept that, thank you.
Exhibit number 1 shows a notice letter posted at the front door. Exhibit number 2 shows a blue tarp on the roof of the structure. Mr. Chairman, on the 25th of June, 2026, I contacted the respondent and asked for a call back to discuss the remaining violation. I spoke with a lady, actually, she called me today, and I spoke with her today. But as of today's date, the site is not in compliance, and I am seeking a ruling.
Any questions for the code officer?
Yes, what is that coming from the tree? Is that part of the roof going to the tree? Did you notice? I
Can we see the
noticed some
picture?
tarp is on the tree. Is that, or am I seeing things?
It's not on there, it just kind of looks like it.
Talking about up in the upper right-hand corner.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yes.
No, it's a sky.
Oh, it's the sky.
Yeah, it's
just a-
there's sandbags up there and a tarp, but that's all.
No, he's talking about above that.
Oh.
If you turn around, Rod, you can see it better.
yeah,
Look,
it does look like a,
Rod.
Better
It's the
resolution.
sky. It's the
Oh,
sky.
okay.
yeah, it does
I
look,
thought it was a tarp coming from the tree.
yeah,
No, it's the sky.
optical illusion.
Gonna start having the blood test of the board. Okay, any other questions? Or hallucinations?
Hallucination.
All right, thank you.
Yes, sir.
Is the respondent here?
No, sir.
Yeah, she is. She's raising her hand.
Oh, hooray.
Come on up, state your name and address. And you've been sworn in? Have you been sworn in, ma'am?
I'm sorry, yeah.
You were? Okay.
My name is Cynthia Aguilar. Address is 209 Druid Hills.
Okay.
I'm just working with the insurance company to try to resolve the issue.
Okay, where are you with them? Have you had it inspected?
Yeah, a field adjuster came out. They did do a mitigation committee came out. So I'm just waiting.
Just waiting for them to make a decision. Have they denied you yet? Okay, good. Any other questions? Do you have an anticipated timeline on when it might be remedied?
No, but once I get something, I'll probably I'll just get with her to get as much information.
Any other questions? You can have a seat, thank you. If not, I'll entertain a motion.
Want to do it? You want to do it? All right, fine.
Okay.
I'll be on the roof, he'll be on with the water.
I didn't know we were specializing, but okay.
Okay, it's in case number 26-0437, I move that the city has proven by the greater weight of evidence that following violations of the City of Temple Terrace City Code exist on the property located at 209 Druid Hills Road with the applicable code violations section 8-102 subsection 13 subsection C. This motion is based on the sworn testimony this board has received from the code enforcement officer, along with any other evidence, including photos, affidavit, and the notice of violation of which received and entered as part of the record of this hearing. I further move that the said violation be corrected on or before August 12, 2026. If the respondent does not comply with the order on or before that day, they are ordered to pay a fine for each and every day the violation continue past the date set for compliance. Upon considering the following factors: the gravity of the violation, any actions taken by the violator to correct the violation, any previous violations committed by the violator, I move that the fine be $25 per day.
We have a motion, do we have a second? Did you just second it? All right, motion and second, any further discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, no nays, motion carries. So your property has been found in violation. You have until August 12th to bring it into compliance. If for any reason you cannot bring the property into compliance by August 12th, you'll have to come back to us on August 12th. Let us know that A, it's not in compliance and the reasons why. At that point, you can ask for an extension, and there's no guarantee that you will receive one, but you have the right to ask for one. Okay? Thank you. All right, we have some people here that's not on the list. Which case is yours?
I just got invited to be here.
You did?
Oh, okay.
Okay, so you're
Just enjoying the show.
okay. Good for you. What's your case number, sir?
Oh, no.
Oh.
Property's,
Case number 26111, sir.
Okay, thank you. Let's do that one next.
You're here, let's do it.
Which one?
111.
26-111.
And I know which case you're here for, so we'll do you afterwards, okay? And we'll take yours after we take theirs.
Do I have 111 here?
Yes.
Yeah, it's on page 2.
Under 0833.
Ready?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Case number 261110, City versus Miguel Angel Pacheco, thank you, and Dane Hernaz for the property located at 10313 North 53rd Street for the case, this case is before the board based on an alleged violation of Section 12-860, inoperative outdoor storage equipment, and Section 10-3, subsection B, sanitation grass, weeds. This case will be prosecuted this evening by Code Officer Lori Smith. The city has evidence that the notice of violation and notice of hearing were properly served.
Good evening again. Lori Smith, Code Compliance. This case originated proactively on April the 1st, 2026. My inspection revealed an inoperative vehicle with an expired registration on the driveway, and the yard grass weeds were overgrown. I left 2 door hangers with the reinspection date of the 9th of April 2026. That same day, I spoke with the resident and advised of the 2 violation and corrective actions needed. My inspection on April the 15th, 2026 revealed no change, therefore a notice of violation was prepared with a compliance date of the 30th of April 2026. No one was at home, so I posted the notice letter at the front door and requested copies be sent certified and first-class mail to the owner of record. I also requested a copy be posted on the electronic board for the 10-day requirement. On May 15th, 2026, the yard grass and weeds were overgrown. Because the violation occurred again within the 45 days, I scheduled it for the July Code Board meeting. At this time, I'd like to submit photographic evidence of the violation taken by me on the 15th of April, 2026.
Accept that, thank you.
Exhibit number 1 shows this notice letter posted at the front door. Exhibit number 2 shows the front yard grass, weeds overgrown. Exhibit number 3 shows an inoperative vehicle tag with an expired registration. As of today's date, the yard grass and weeds have been mowed, and at this time, I'd like to submit an affidavit of compliance for that violation. However, the inoperative vehicle with an expired registration is not in compliance, and I am seeking a ruling on that violation.
Very good, thank you.
Yes, sir. May I submit, sir?
Sure. Thank you, we'll accept that.
Thank you, Lori.
Any questions for the code officer? And the respondent is here?
Yes, sir.
Have they both been sworn in? Okay.
Please raise your right hand. Is she speaking as well?
Yes.
Okay.
You need to stand up and raise your hand.
Thank you. Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you will provide the board tonight will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Thank you.
Come on up. Name and address, please.
Miguel Pacheco.
Wait till you get to the podium. Thank you.
Miguel Pacheco, 10313 North 53rd Street, Temple Terrace 33617. And the reason is I'm battling cancer, so I'm really in and out of the hospital. That's why the truck is there, but the truck's already been fixed. And we got an appointment to go to register it. And, I'm having a hard time trying to cut the grass because, I'm doing treatment all the time. And she cannot cut it. But as soon as I do it, as soon as I get a chance, when I come from the hospital, I do it.
I gotta confirm that
Yeah.
we did cut it, but it's been rain,
Yeah.
so it grew again, so.
It grows fast.
It does.
And our machine kinda got a
You see in the picture, you see the machine right
blade.
there because
We're
it
trying
broke.
to fix it, to cut it, so we got the blade straight
Yeah.
and see if it works again.
Okay.
So,
Well, right now the grass is in compliance, so.
Yes, sir.
And do you think is your appointment to get the registration taken care of within the next 30 days?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, we just got the mechanic came through and he said the truck is ready to go.
Okay.
So we're just waiting for the appointment just to go register and that's it. No.
You think that'll happen within the next 30 days?
Oh, I hope you're happy sooner than that, 'cause
Okay.
I don't want to come back here.
All right, very good. Any other questions?
I just want to wish him well.
Yeah, okay.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
Chair, if I may, once this is over, I'm going to give you my card, and we'll have a discussion maybe tomorrow, and we'll come up with some other resources that may be able to help you while you're going through this challenge.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
I'm not sure, but with the water, is there any way we could get like a monthly payment?
No, don't worry about
Or-
it. Our water got cut off because
Yeah.
the pool got a major leak, and our water bill went so high that we couldn't afford it. So they cut our water off, and we try to talk to them about, making payments every month, and they say no.
Okay, well, that's something.
That's something
That's
different.
something else? Oh, okay, so we'll
Okay.
take care of it over there.
All right,
Sorry.
thank you.
Thanks.
Utility bill, you can that?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, I could talk to them.
Okay, so if there's no other questions, I'll entertain a motion.
All right, I can do this one.
You got it?
Okay.
Case number 26-1110, I move the city is proven by a greater weight of the evidence the following violations of the City of Temple Terrace City Code exist on the property. 10313 North 53rd Street, applicable codes. We have 12-860 and 10-3 subsection B. This motion is based on the sworn testimony this board has received from code enforcement officers, along with any other evidence, including photos, affidavits, and the notice of violation, all of which is received and entered as part of the record of this hearing. I further move that there be no fine imposed for the violations of code section 10-3 subsection B, because the violations were brought into compliance prior to the date of this hearing. Further move that the remaining violations be corrected the remaining violation of 12-860 be corrected on or before the date of, it is August 12th, I believe, 2026. If the respondent does not comply within the order, or with this order on or before that day, they are ordered to pay a fine for each and every day of the violation, continue past the date set for compliance. Upon considering the following factors: the gravity of the violation, any actions taken by the violator to correct the violation, and any previous violations committed by the violator, I move that the fine be $25 a day.
We have a motion, do we have a second?
A second.
Motion and second, any further discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, no nays, motion carries. So, you have been found in violation for both codes, for the grass and for the car. But because the grass got brought into compliance by this evening, there is no fine. There is a fine of $25 per day because of the inoperable vehicle that will begin to accrue, the fine will start on August 12th if you don't get it taken care of before then. However, now, both of these, if it happens again with the grass or the inoperable vehicle within the next 5 years, it's considered a repeat violation. Repeat violations carry heavier fines than you received tonight. Any questions? Ernie?
You may want to remind if they, for whatever reason, you can't get the registration.
Oh, that's right, yeah. So if for any reason you can't get the registration by August 12th, you'll need to come, one or both of you will need to come back, or you can send a representative, doesn't matter, to come back and let us know the reasons why you couldn't get it done. At that time, you can ask for an extension. There is no guarantee you will get an extension, but you have every right to ask for one. Okay? Any questions? Okay, thank you. Have a good night. And good luck. All right. You're up. Yep.
Case number 253917, City versus Munira Sultana and Shazad Rana.
Under old business, guys.
Under old business, sorry about that. For the property located at 12605 North 51st Street, violation sections 8-102, subsection 13, subsection M, minimum housing accessory structure. The deadline for compliance on this case was March 11, 2026, with the fine of $25 per day. However, this case has an active circuit court case pending, so per the board, it will remain on unfinished business for monthly review until further notice.
Name and address.
My name is Shazad Rana. Address is 12605 North 51st Street, Temple Terrace, Florida 33617.
What's going on?
Well, I fixed the ridge. It's already done. And I asked Lori to come by and have a picture and stuff like that, but I don't know whether she got the time or not. So I also spoke with my attorney, and they said they are coordinating with, I don't know whether she sent you email or,
Not recently.
so,
Is the turtle still there?
yes.
Okay.
Doing well?
Yeah, yeah. It's tortoise, not a turtle, yes.
Okay, so your case has not been adjudicated yet, is that, right? Okay.
I mean, it's taken care of. I mean, nothing I can do because it's on the back side of the house. So, I mean, it's not the property I'm living in, it's just a shed.
Understood. So we just,
Well, do you believe that you've corrected the violation
Yes.
and you're just waiting on Lori?
Yeah, I asked her, whenever she has time, just rendezvous from there and just satisfy herself, that's all.
okay.
Excuse me, the day that I was asked, I did go by his residence, and I did see that he had been working on that, but it was not in compliance yet. Substantial improvements had been made, but it was not 100% in compliance.
I might want to eventually come to the speaker. I mean, we have no objection, obviously, to, it's staying out there. If you understand, how much do you know what he has left to
Well,
do?
I think it just needs some shingles, some new shingles.
Okay.
The structure is done, it's just new shingles. I'm not building a piano over there, you know? It's just a shed, that's it.
We still need to come into compliance.
I'll do.
Okay.
You think you can get the shingles on and then?
Yes, it has been raining lately, so, plus I by myself, I have no help. So, hopefully by next August 12th, I will have positive.
How many shingles are we talking about?
Just, I just need one bundle of shingles. Just one bundle, that's it. It's just, it's a bit, it has a ridge,
Yeah.
it has to be covered, that's it.
Okay. All right, you think you can get that done by August 12th?
Hopefully.
Okay. So do we need a motion to extend it?
Why don't we just
don't
make it
really-
official?
Okay.
Do we, I mean, because we haven't really, this is the one where we continued, we don't have a due date, so do we need to extend?
There's nothing we really can do.
Yeah, so there's no due date on this one, so we've been through this like twice now.
Yeah, I don't, you're right. We don't have a deadline date, so
Right.
I suggest we
We'll
just.
see you next month, how
see you
about that?
August 12th.
Thank you, have a good night.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, let's go back to new cases, hearings, and fill in the blanks. So it looks like the next case will be 260607.
Case number 260607, City versus Miguel Sanchez versus Verdezia for the property located at 7505 South Sanibel Circle. This case is before the board based on an alleged violation of Section 8-10213C, minimum housing roofs. This case will be prosecuted this evening by Officer Doug Allen. The city has evidence that the notice of violation and notice of hearing were properly served.
Thank you.
Good evening, Mr. Chairman and board members. Doug Allen, Code Compliance. This case was originated by me on February 20th, 2026, when I observed a tarp on the roof, which indicates a defect in the roof which may allow water intrusion into the residence. I left the door hanger with a reinspection date of April 13th, 2026. My reinspection on April 24th showed no change, so I generated a notice of violation on that date with a compliance date of May 25th, 2026. I posted a copy at the site, and a copy was posted at City Hall on the electronic board for the 10-day requirement, and copies were mailed, both certified and regular mail, to the address of the owner of record. My reinspection on May 25th showed no change, so I created a notice of hearing on that date, and the case was scheduled for the July Municipal Code Board meeting. This time, I'd like to submit photographic evidence taken by myself on April 24th and May 27th, 2026.
We'll accept that, thank you. Any questions for the code officer?
Yes, sir.
No questions?
Oh, yeah, I do have a question, sorry.
Go ahead.
The site's not in compliance, and I'm seeking a ruling.
Okay, so have you been in contact with the owner at all?
No, an insurance adjuster emailed me when I probably sent the notice of violation out, but I think they have now dropped it, so I'm not sure what the status is.
The insurance,
Adjuster.
okay.
that was working with a property owner for an insurance claim.
So, yeah, without any information from the owner, I don't know what to, and it's not a hazard of any kind, right? I mean, other than the,
If water's getting under the tarp, it's gonna be a problem.
other than possibly water getting into the
But it looks like,
house.
I mean, you saw the, can you
But
bring that picture up?
is the house occupied?
It appears to be occupied.
That's a lot of tarp.
Is it more?
Yeah, it's a big tarp.
It does extend a little more over part of the house, but at today's date, the tarp was not on the roof, but no roof permit's been pulled and no shingles were replaced, so I just have to assume that there's still a leak if you,
And it sounds like you've never spoken to the owner.
no.
Okay.
Yeah, they've never reached out.
Do we know if it's owner occupied or rental?
See, per the property appraiser site, it is owner occupied.
Okay. All right, guys, if there's no other questions, I'll entertain a motion.
You want to do it, or you want me to do it? Either one.
I's the roof guy.
You're the roof guy, right? Yeah, that's right. I forgot about that. Never mind.
Okay,
That's right.
I start. In case number 26-0607, I move that the city has proven by the greater weight of evidence the following violation of the City of Temple Terrace City Code exists on the property located at 7505 South Sanibel Circle, with applicable code violation section 8-102 subsection 13 subsection C. This motion is based on the sworn testimony this board has received from the code officer, Doug Allen, along with any other evidence, including photos, affidavits, and the notice of violation of which received and entered as part of the record of this hearing. I further move that said violation be corrected on or before August 12, 2026. If the respondent does not comply with this order on or before that day, they are ordered to pay a fine for each and every day the violation continue past the date set for compliance upon considering the following factors: the gravity of the violation, any actions taken by the violator to correct the violation, any previous violations committed by the violator. I move that the fine be $25 per day.
We have a motion, do we have a second?
Second.
Motion and second, any further discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, no nays, motion carries.
Mr. Chair?
Yes.
If we could, we have a fire case, of the fire, and I
Okay.
thought maybe we could get Cletus going, and then after that one, I think we have one more tree case, Joe? So if we could do that afterwards.
Okay, which case would you like to do first?
The case number 26-500014, City versus Metro Plaza.
Okay.
5001.
Last one.
Last one?
Not next to
No,
the last.
second to the last one. Oh, yeah, actually, we have two cases, don't we? I apologize.
Okay.
So the next two, if we could,
So 50014, then 500016, and then Joe's case.
yes.
Case number 26-50014, City versus Metro Plaza LLC, for the property located at 10602 North 56th Street. This case is before the board based on an alleged violation of sections 8-56 subsection A, fire alarm systems not operational, section 8-57 subsection B, subsection 4, fire hydrant access maintenance, section 8-57 subsection B, subsection 2, fire safety extinguisher inspection, and section 8-56, fire suppression systems. This case will be prosecuted this evening by Fire Inspector Cletus Squires. The city has evidence that the notice of violation and notice of hearing were properly served.
Good evening, Mr. Chairman, members of the board. This case was originated by me on February 18, 2026. We're not maintaining the fire prevention codes for the given property. I met with the property management at the conclusion of my initial inspection and informed them of the noted violations. A follow-up inspection was conducted on March 4th, 2026, which revealed only the fire extinguishers located in the common areas of the building had been serviced and all other violations remained. A return inspection was conducted on March 26, 2026, revealed no change in status. Follow-up visit was done on May 5th, revealed no change in status, so NOV was generated with a compliance date of May 15th, 2026. I hand-delivered a copy of the NOV to the property management on the day that it was filed. On May 15th, the property revealed no change. On May 27th, a notice of hearing was prepared, and the case was scheduled for the June 10th Municipal Code Board meeting. At this time, I would like to submit photo evidence taken on June 5th of 2026, if I may.
Approach? Yes, yes.
Yeah.
We'll accept those, thank you.
Thank you, Glitters.
Okay, so at the first exhibit on the photo shows the expired fire alarm panel tag. That was the most recent tag verification that I can get. I can attest to that the fire alarm has been serviced since then, but there's no evidence and they couldn't produce any documents. The people tear the tags off, the tenants or whatever, and so I don't have a record of that. But I know it has been in compliance in the past, so it's certainly not a 2021, but it's not in compliance now, as of the date of this photo. So I got more to come on that. So exhibit number 2 shows the fire hydrant, not tagged, not inspected. Exhibit 3 shows the fire extinguishers inside tenant suites had been discharged, and Exhibit 4 shows another tenant suite with the fire extinguisher certification that had expired past the 12-month time frame. Exhibit 5 shows the automatic fire sprinkler riser in the rear of the building with no inspection tag, missing caps, missing signage. A follow-up visit was conducted on June 10th of last month, which was the day of the hearing that got canceled, and it revealed that Summit Fire and Security were on site. And I spoke with the technician, and he was there addressing issues at that time. I followed up with the technician at the end of the closing day, determined what work had been completed. The technician stated that all the listed violations except for the sprinkler maintenance had been corrected. On June 11th, I went back out to the property to verify the violations for myself. I re-inspected the property and cleared all the violations with the exception of the automatic fire sprinkler system. For noted violations from the Summit Fire, there was grease found on the heads inside one of the restaurants, missing discussion plates, the missing signage, which is shown on the riser, the missing plates, and it's due a 5-year fire inspection, which is a more thorough inspection where they got to drain the system and actually put a scope up in there, look for calcifications and iron deposits and things like that, the condition of the pipe. That has not been done as of yet. I met with the property management and explained the results of my findings on that same day, June 11th, at my conclusion, and explained that additional maintenance was still required for the property to come in compliance. The site was visited again yesterday, July 7th, and revealed that no change with the fire sprinkler system, and it still remains out of compliance. So, if I may, I got one more exhibit I'd like to submit, 6, which I took this picture.
We'll accept that, thank you.
Thank you. This was the picture I took yesterday, just showing the most recent tag on the riser, that he had been out and inspected it, but just for y'all's benefit, just because you inspect it, it requires repairs and maintenance, and the inspection just identifies what needs to be done, and then you're not doing the work. So this is my verification of that. Okay, so this time I'm looking for a ruling and a fine to be assessed and accrued to the violation is corrected.
Okay, so just for clarification, the only outstanding violation is 8-56 fire suppression systems?
8-56, yes, sir.
All the other ones have been brought into compliance, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Any other questions? Seeing none, I'll entertain a motion.
All right. I guess I did have a question.
Go ahead.
Just curious, so the fire suppression system, that's just the overhead sprinklers that
It's got an automatic wet sprinkler system.
Yeah.
For that center portion of the 3 buildings that are on the property, each address separate. So that's the center building. It has the suppression throughout the building, and that's what's requiring the maintenance that has not been done.
It's also that riser that had the missing caps, that's part of it, right?
That's all part of the same system. Right. One violation, right. So that's how the water comes up to the system in the back of the building, and the missing caps and things like that is where we connect our hoses. So essentially the caps, debris can get in there and everything else, so that's why it's required to have caps as part of the maintenance.
Signage.
So we don't know if water can get in,
Don't know if it's,
or if water can get to the units.
well, it's, so red tag, so it's failed its inspections. The reason, when I spoke with the technician, that he's failing it is because it doesn't meet code from missing caps to, there's a few heads in the one restaurant that they have grease deposits on there, so their heads need to be replaced. There's the discussion plates, which is the piece behind the head. One of those was missing. That's sort of common. And some of the signage was missing, showing like water drains and all that to do the inspections, and the calc plates and things like that that are required per the scripted code. So they're considered critical deficiencies, was the reason for a red tag, but it's not to the level of impairment where it will not operate, okay? It's just not going to operate as designed at 100%, okay?
So, just as far as the fine being assessed, so in the grand scheme of things, this is a relatively minor violation? I mean, obviously, if there are other restaurants in the area where that something could catch on fire?
The definition of a red tag, as you can see from there, is a critical deficiency. So when you say minor, it's considered critical. Okay. It's not impaired, so the system is still operational to the degree, just not as 100%.
But what might happen is, each head has a certain water pattern.
Right.
Because it's got grease on the heads, you may not get full coverage of the water pattern, for instance.
Right.
So the water may come out, but it may not come out at the right pressure, it may not have the right coverage, or if there's enough grease, it'll clog the whole thing up anyway, and nothing will come out, it'll just drip. So the water, as far as you can tell, it is a wet system, it's charged.
Right.
But it's not working the way it was, it will not work the way it was designed.
In addition to that, in the 5-year, the gauges showing the pressure are all out of date, have to be either recalibrated or replaced as part of the 5-year process. The caps, when they do the annual inspection, they flow it, so you're correct, the water comes out, but the system's not tested with pressure from the outside and things like that, so we don't know if all that's working, because that hadn't been inspected, because they're still due a 5-year also, which is the more thorough inspection.
And I know you said people are working on this. Have they said when they expect to have things complete?
Yeah, I gave you my timeline. I've been going out there for a few months, right? So yeah, and I meet, the property management is on site.
Were they aware of tonight's meeting? They got the notice, right?
Right, they were sent.
Okay, they got the notice. All right. Any other questions?
And I hand-delivered it as well and spoke to them, right? So.
Point taken. Any other questions?
Yeah, do we have any history on how much a critical violation a single critical violation would be a fine for? How much?
From my personal cases that I bought in front of you before, you're allowed to do up to 250 per day per violation, and that's really been consistent from what y'all gave for a sprinkler system in my experience.
If I may, I would recommend that this be an impactful amount.
It's life safety.
Yep.
Right.
Okay, that's all I had.
Okay.
Are we ready for a
Whenever
motion?
you're ready. Yes, sir.
All right, okay. So, in case number 26-500016, I move that the city is proven by a greater, oh, sorry, that's the wrong one.
Yeah. We're going to get the
I need to do the compliance one.
1-4.
1-4, not 1-6.
Oh, sorry. I didn't even get that right. Okay, so in case number 26-500014, I move that the city is proven by a greater weight of the evidence the following violations of the city of Temple Terrace City Code exist on the property located at 10602 North 56th Street. The code violations are 8-56 subsection A, 8-57 subsection B, subsection 4, section 857 subsection B, subsection 2, and section 8-56. Did I get them all?
Yes, sir.
Okay. This motion is based on the sworn testimony this board has received from Fire Marshal Cletus Squires?
Fire Inspector Cletus.
Fire Inspector Cletus Squires, along with any other evidence, including photos, affidavits, and notice of violation, all of which is received and entered as part of the record of this hearing. I further move that no fine be imposed on the violations of code sections 8-56 subsection A, 8-57 subsection B, subsection 4, and 857-57 subsection B, subsection 2, because the violations were brought into compliance prior to the date of this hearing. I further move that the remaining violation, which is 8-56, be corrected on or before August 12th, 2026. If the respondent does not comply with this order on or before that day, they are ordered to pay a fine for each and every day the violation continues past the date set for compliance. Upon considering the following factors, the gravity of the violation, any actions taken by the violator to correct the violation, and any previous violations committed by the violator, I move that the fine be $250 per day.
We have a motion. Do we have a second? Motion is second. Any further discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? No nays. Motion carries. Next case, 26-500016.
Case number 26500016, City versus Metro Tampa LLC, for the property located at 10821 North 56th Street. This case is before the board based on an alleged violation of Section 8-56, subsection A, fire alarm system not operational. This case will be prosecuted this evening by Fire Inspector Cletus Squires. The city has evidence that the notice of violation and notice of hearing were properly served.
You.
You're welcome.
Good evening, Cletus Squires, Fire Inspector, City of Temple Terrace. This case was originated by me on November 6, 2025, for not maintaining the fire alarm system. I spoke with both the business owner as well as the property manager for the given location, informing them of the fire alarm system was in violation of Section 8-56A of the Fire Code. Returned site on November 20th. May 12th of 2026, the November 20th was 2025, showed no change in status. On May 22nd, 2026, I followed up, re-inspected the property, showed no change, so I generated a notice of violation on that date and with a compliance date of May 28th of 2026. I hand-delivered a copy of the notice of violation to the store manager as well as the property manager at Metro Tampa. A copy was posted at City Hall, electronic board for the 10-day requirement, and the copies were mailed, certified to the address owner of record on May 22nd of 2026. My reinspection on May 28th, 2026 showed no change. I noticed a hearing was prepared on that date, and the case was scheduled for the June Municipal Code Board meeting. At this time, I would like to admit photo evidence on that was taken on June 5th, 2026.
Accept that. Thank you.
Okay, Exhibit 1 just simply shows the fire alarm panel past due for its annual service. It's been past 12 months. Last inspection was June of 24. Exhibit 2 shows the fire alarm panel in a trouble fault mode. It's actually showing, I think in the picture, Smoke Chinese Restaurant.
Oh,
so,
I thought it said Chinese reset.
Yeah, yeah. So, yeah, so I got a little bit more on that. So at this time, the property is now in compliance.
Okay.
Okay, so they had a new panel placed in there, and I've tested it, met with the contractor out there and tested it, and it's all been approved. So I'm seeking a ruling for the violation with no penalty, because as of June 10th, the property is now in compliance.
As of June 10th?
As of June 10th.
Very good. Okay, any questions? Seeing none, I'll entertain a motion. Go ahead.
In case number 26-500016, I move that the city of Temple Terrace has proven that by the greater weight of evidence, the following violation of the city of Temple Terrace City Code exists on the property located at 10821 North 56th Street, with the applicable code violations, section 8-56, subsection A. This motion is based on the sworn testimony this board has received from the fire code officer, Terrace, along with any other evidence, including photos, affidavit, and a notice of violations, of which is received and entered as part of the record of this hearing. I further move that said violation, this motion is based on the sworn testimony this board has received from the code
Fire inspector.
Terrace, along with any other evidence, including photos, affidavit, and the notice of violation of which received and entered as part of the record of this hearing. I further move that there be no fine imposed because the violations were brought into compliance prior to the date of this hearing.
We have a motion, do we have a second?
I'll second.
Motion and a second, any further discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? No nays, motion carries. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
So I think our next case is 0755, is that correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Under new business, case number 2607, sorry,
Your
2607.
mic, is your mic off?
It is, it's on now.
Okay, perfect.
All right. 260755, City versus Sunrays Corporation. For the property located at 9228 North 56th Street, this case is before the board based on an alleged violation of Section 12-763, tree removal penalty, and Section 12-768, subsection A, subsection 1, tree unlawful removal. This case will be prosecuted this evening by Code Officer Lori Smith. The city has evidence that the notice of violation and notice of hearing were properly served.
Thank you.
Good evening, Mr. Chairman, board members, Lori Smith, Code Compliance. This case originated from Officer Allen on March the 5th, 2026. My inspection revealed 4 crepe myrtle trees, as approved in the site plan, have been removed without a permit. At this time, I prepared an irreparable, irreversible notice of violation letter. No one was at the business, so I left the notice letter posted at the front door and requested a copy be mailed certified and first-class mail to the owner of record. I also requested a copy be posted on the electronic board for the 10-day requirement. At this time, I'd like to submit photographic evidence of the violation taken by me on the 5th of March, 2026.
We'll accept that, thank you.
Exhibit number 1 shows a notice letter posted at the front door. Exhibit number 2 shows stumps of 4 crepe myrtle trees. Mr. Chairman, on March the 12th, 2026, the owner, Mr. Hamad, stated he had hired someone to uplift the trees but not remove them. Mr. Hamad asked if he could purchase more trees and replant them as soon as possible. On Tuesday, March the 24th, 2026, well before this hearing, I observed the 4 crepe myrtle trees had been replanted. As of today's date, the site is now in compliance, and at this time, I'd like to submit an affidavit of compliance for Section 12-763. However, for removal of these trees without permission, Section 12-768, subsection A, subsection 1, I'm seeking a lump sum fine of $125 per tree, totaling $500.
We'll accept that, thank you. So that's 4 trees?
Yes, sir.
Any questions for the code officer? Seeing none, I'll entertain a motion. Someone, anyone?
Yeah, I'll get it. Let me just make sure I'm on board here with, okay, the fine level. All right.
If you want, I can.
No, I got it. All right. for the delay here. Okay, so in case number 26-0755, I move that the city has proven by a greater weight of the evidence the following violations of the City of Temple Terrace City Code exist on the property located at 9228 North 56th Street. Code sections are 12-763 and 12-768A, subsection A, subsection 1. So I guess I need to. All right, so I guess I'll have to combine two different, because we're going to have complied and existing.
So 12-763
Has been in
is in compliance.
It's in compliance, but we don't really have a script for that, but I guess I can just wing it. This motion is based on the sworn testimony this board has received from Code Enforcement Officer Lori Smith, along with any other evidence, including photos, affidavits, and notice of violation, all of which is received and entered as part of the record of this hearing. Further move that the violations are irreparable and irreversible as defined by the City Code Section 1-63. However, one of the code violations was brought into compliance prior to the date of this hearing, so no fine will be imposed for that. So I move that a fine of $125 per tree be imposed, equaling to a total of $500 for this violation.
And that they would have to replace the trees.
Well, I thought they.
I know, I understand that.
Oh, okay.
Let me finish. That you should still get on the record that replacement is part of the fine, but they've already done that.
Okay, yeah, I said, just what he said. So, yeah, the tree replacement is part of the compliance, and the owner has already replaced the 4 crepe myrtle trees.
We have a motion, do we have a second?
Second.
Motion and a second by Rod. Any further discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, no nays, motion carries. On to the next cases, which I believe is, Joe, do you have any, is there any more trees?
No, that was it.
Okay, so I think the next one would be 260804, is that correct?
That's correct.
Okay.
Case number 260804, City versus Joseph V. Mills, for the property located at 6713 Jennifer Drive. This case is before the board based on an alleged violation of Section 12-861, subsection E, subsection 8, fences and walls, maintenance, and Section 8-102, subsection 22, minimum housing, maintenance of structure, and Section 8-102, subsection 13, subsection C, minimum housing roofs. This case will be prosecuted this evening by Code Officer Danielle Batt. The city has evidence that the notice of violation and the notice of hearing were properly served.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Good evening, Officer Bat with Code Compliance. This case this evening was initiated by me on March 10th, 2026, for violation of the city's code of ordinance. On March 10th, the only violation identified was 12-861E for the fence based on a complaint. But after speaking with the tenant, William Stephen, on March 23rd, 2026, there was more to be inspected. On March 31st, 2026, I was able to get a hold of the property manager, Serena, who I was able to confirm and advise all violations with her by phone. She advised me that she would contact the property owner and get on the violations immediately, so I asked she get back with me by April 6th, 2026 with an update, seeing as there is a roof in which needs repair or replacement, and she agreed. I did hear back, and the property manager on April 6th, 2026, advising me they were in works of getting things started. I did speak with the property manager once more on April 15th, 2026, advising if nothing had been done prior to May 1st, 2026, further enforcement actions would be taken. The code sections are 12-861E for the failure of to maintain a fence in good repair with missing or broken pickets, 8-102 subsection 22 for failure to keep the garage door in good working condition, and 8-102 subsection 13 for the placement of a tarp on the roof indicating improperly installed or not in good repair. A reinspection was done on May 5th, 2026, where the property was still in violation. A notice of violation was posted to the subject property, requested post to City Hall on electronic board and simple certified mail and regular mail to the address of record on May 6th, 2026. Upon reinspection on June 9th, 2026, the property was still in violation, so a notice of hearing was created and posted on June 25th, 2026 to the subject property requesting post to the City Hall on the electronic board for the 10-day requirement and simple certified mail and regular mail to the address of record. As of my last inspection on July 6th, 2026, the property was still in violation. At this time, I would like to submit evidence for case number 26-0804, supporting the case and asking for a ruling.
I'll accept that, thank you.
Exhibit A, you'll find photos of the violation on May 5th, 2026 for issuance of the notice of violation. Exhibit B is for photos of the reinspection on June 9th, 2026 for the issuance of a notice of hearing. And Exhibit C are photos from the reinspection on July 6th, 2026 for tonight's hearing.
And does that tarp just covers the ridge?
No, there's further into the photos, you'll find the other side.
Okay. Oh, there it is, okay.
Big tarp.
Wow.
And since the last contact made in, I think it was April, advising that if it hadn't been done prior to May 1st, further enforcement action would be taken. I've tried to make contact. I haven't heard nothing from the property manager.
You keep saying property manager, so this is a rent?
Right, it's a rental property.
Any other questions? Mr.
Yeah.
Rod?
Oh, go ahead.
So 3 violations we have, and none of them been corrected.
No, sir.
Thank you.
Any other
So,
questions?
yeah, I have a question about the violation in section 8-102-22. You said that was a garage door that was malfunctioning, or
It's the failure to keep the garage door in good working condition.
how were you able to determine that?
The tenant themselves told me that, and as well as the property manager
Oh, okay. Well,
confirmed it and
Pretty
said they were
straightforward.
working on it and they were gonna have somebody come out.
Any other questions? Seeing none, I'll entertain a motion.
I'll do
You got it? Okay.
In case number 26-0804, I move that the city is proven by a greater weight of evidence the following violations of the City of Temple Terrace Code exist on the property at 6713 Jennifer Drive. Applicable code sections 12-861 subsection E 8, 8-102 subsection 22, 8-102 subsection 13C. This motion is based on the sworn testimony this board has received from the code enforcement officers, along with any other evidence, including photos, affidavits, and the notice of violation, all of which is received and entered as part of the record of this hearing. I further move that the said violations be corrected before, it was August 12th, 2026. If the respondent does not comply with this order on or before that day, they are ordered to pay a fine for each and every day the violations continue past the date set for compliance. Upon considering the following factors, the gravity of violation, any actions taken by the violator to correct the violation, and any previous violations committed by the violator, I move the fine be $25 per day per violation, so a total of $75 per day.
We have a motion, do we have a second?
Second.
Motion and second, any further discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, no nays, motion carries. Next case, please.
Who seconded that motion? I'm sorry.
I did.
Rod. Yeah.
All right, next case will be case number 26.
Can I ask for something? Can we have hydration break?
You can drink at your desk.
No, not drink. I
Oh,
got
gotcha,
this.
okay.
Yeah.
Let's take
Calling
it,
it hydration.
make it quick, make it really quick.
For the Olympics.
Anybody else, please join them.
Motion to.
LLC for the property located at 7503 South Sanibel Circle. This case is before the board based on an alleged violation of Section 8-102, subsection 13, subsection C, minimum housing roofs. This case will be prosecuted this evening by Code Officer Doug Allen. The city has evidence that the notice of violation and notice of hearing were properly served. You're welcome.
Good evening, Mr. Chairman and board members. Doug Allen, Code Compliance Officer. This case was originated by me on March 11th, 2026, when I observed a temporary roof covering which indicates a defect in the roof which may allow water intrusion into the residence. I left a door hanger with a reinspection date of March 21st, 2026. My reinspection on May 8th showed no change, so I generated a notice of violation on that date with a compliance date of June 2nd, 2026. I posted a copy of the notice at the site, and a copy was posted at City Hall on the electronic board for the 10-day requirement, and copies were mailed, both certified and regular mail, to the owner of record. My reinspection on June 23rd showed no change, so I created a notice of hearing on June 24th, 2026, and the case was scheduled for the July Municipal Code Board meeting. This time, I'd like to submit photographic evidence taken by myself on May 8th and June 25th, 2026.
Thank you, Doug.
You're welcome, sir. Exhibit number 1 shows a posting of the notice of violation. Exhibit number 2 shows the temporary roof covering. Excuse me. They have applied for a permit. They have not obtained it or paid for it yet, and work has not begun, but I'm hoping that all those things will happen in a short order.
Yeah.
So the site is not in compliance, and I am seeking a ruling.
Any questions?
Yeah, so the temporary roof covering, that's a tarp? It's a whole...
Well, it's for lack of a better word, I'm going to call it a tarp that's stretched out over the entire roof.
Yeah, it looks like it covers the whole roof, so...
But it's white, right?
Yeah.
Not blue.
Right.
Okay.
It's weird. Okay.
Any other questions? Seeing none, I'll entertain a motion.
Okay, let's do this one.
You're the roof guy.
Okay. In case number 26-0833, I move that the city has proven by the greater weight of evidence the following violation of the City of Temple Terrace City Code exists on the property located at 7503 South Sanibel Circle with the code violation section 8-102 subsection 13 subsection C. This motion is based on the sworn testimony this board has received from the Code Enforcement Officer, Doug Allen, along with any other evidence, including photos, affidavits, and the notice of violation which received and entered as part of the record of this hearing. I further move that said violation be corrected on or before August 12, 2026. If the respondent does not comply with this order on or before that day, they are ordered to pay a fine for each and every day the violation, continue past the date set for compliance upon considering the following factors: the gravity of the violation, any actions taken by the violator to correct the violation, any previous violations committed by the violator. I move that the fine be $25 per day.
We have a motion, do we have a second?
I'll second.
Motion is second, any further discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, no nays, motion carries. Next case, please.
Case number 261115, City versus Allegra Holdings LLC, for the property located at 225 Ridgedale Road. This case is before the board based on an alleged violation of Section 10-3, subsection A, sanitation grass weeds. This case will be prosecuted this evening by Code Officer Lori Smith. The city has evidence that the notice of violation and notice of hearing were properly served.
Good evening again, Mr. Chairman, board members. Lori Smith, Code Compliance. This case originated proactively on April the 1st, 2026. My inspection revealed the lot's grass weeds were overgrown. My reinspection on the 16th of April, 2026 revealed no change. Therefore, a notice of violation was prepared with a compliance date of April the 24th, 2026. This parcel is a vacant lot, so I posted a notice letter at the front property line and requested copies be sent certified and first-class mailed to the owner of record. I also requested a copy be posted on the electronic board for the 10-day requirement. Because the violation occurred again within 45 days of the notice letter, I scheduled it for the code board meeting in July. At this time, I'd like to submit photographic evidence of the violation taken by me on April 16th, 2026, showing the violation. Exhibit number 1 shows the notice letter posted at the front property line. Exhibit number 2 shows overgrown grass weeds in the vacant lot. As of today's date, the site is now in compliance, and at this time, I'd like to submit an affidavit of compliance, and I'm just looking for a finding, sir.
Thank you.
Thanks again.
It's the same picture. Yeah.
It's in compliance.
Yeah.
Any questions for the code officer? Seeing none, I'll entertain a motion.
All right, I can do this one.
Very good.
All right, in case number 26-1115, I move that the city has proven by a greater weight of the evidence the following violation of the City of Temple Terrace City Code did exist on the property located at 225 Ridgedale Road, Code Section 10-3, subsection A. This motion is based on the sworn testimony this board has received from Code Enforcement Officer Lori Smith, along with any other evidence, including photos, affidavits, and notice of violation, all of which is received and entered as part of the record of this hearing. I further move that no fine be imposed because the violation was brought into compliance prior to the date of this hearing.
We have a motion, do I have a second?
Second.
Motion and second, any further discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, no nays, motion carries. Next case, please.
Case number 261289, City versus Searchlighter LLC for the property located at 426 Ferncliff Avenue. This case is before the board based on an alleged violation of Section 10-3, subsection B, sanitation grass weeds. This case will be prosecuted this evening by Code Officer Doug Allen. The city has evidence that the notice of violation and notice of hearing were properly served. You're welcome.
Good evening, Mr. Chairman and board members. Doug Allen, Code Compliance Officer. Excuse me. My inspection on April 16th noted overgrown conditions. Man. I left the door hanger with a reinspection date of April 20th, 2026. My reinspection April 23rd showed no change, so I created a notice of violation on that date with a reinspection date of April 30th, 2026. I posted the notice on the property, and a copy was posted on the electronic board at City Hall for the 10-day requirement, and copies were mailed, both certified and regular mailed, to the owner of record. My reinspection on May 27th, 2026 showed no change, so I generated a notice of hearing on that date and posted the site, and the case was scheduled for the July Municipal Code Board Enforcement meeting. This time, I would like to submit photographic evidence taken by myself on April 24th and May 26th and 27th, 2026. The site is in compliance, and also like to submit an affidavit of compliance, and I'm seeking a finding.
Thank you. Any questions for the code officer?
Yeah, just one out of curiosity, Doug. So the case before, again, it's just my curiosity. The case before, it was the sanitation, grass, and weeds, and it was section 10-3, subsection A. This one is 10-3, subsection B for sanitation, grass, and weeds. Which is there a difference in the
A and B?
Well, I get that, but I mean it's the same. It seems to be the same violation. Sorry to be a stickler about it. I just was curious if there was a difference between A and B.
B includes outdoor storage equipment too.
10.3B, duty of property owner, remedy available to the city in accordance with the regulations or requirements set forth in subsection A of this section. All owners, agents, custodians, lessees, occupants of real property within the city, property owners shall cut and keep cut all grass, weeds, underbrush to a height of not exceeding 12 inches, or when all such grass, weeds, and underbrush under 12 inches in height create a health hazard in the harboring of snakes, rodents, etc., shall remove all such grass, weeds, and underbrush from said property. Upon failure of any property owner to cut, keep cut, and remove grass, weeds, and underbrush in accordance with the provisions of subsection B1 of this section, the code inspector may initiate enforcement actions in accordance with the procedure set forth in section 141.
So which?
I guess the question is, how does section 10-3A and 10-3B, at least on at least on paper, seem to be the same on our sheet? What's the distinction between the two?
I don't have a copy of 10.3A, so I don't.
Actually, I do.
Plus
it appears that the difference, 10-3 also includes the street right-of-way. I don't think B1 does, so.
Okay.
I think the earlier one had was it an issue on the right-of-way? I forget who the.
Gotcha, okay.
So the notice of violation says A, but
Yeah.
here it says B. On this particular case, it says B. So
So the backup says A and I would go by what the backup says.
What the notice of violation
Yeah,
says,
yeah.
right? Yeah.
So let's just correct that for case number 26-1289.
It should be A.
There's, if I can, I don't think we need to correct anything. Both of them deal with overgrowth.
Well, there's
Yeah, but the
a
notice-
conflict between what's on the agenda and what's in the backup.
The notice of violation, the factual notice of violation detail says B, it says A, excuse me.
No, it says B. It's B.
Oh, this is permits. Am I on the wrong?
There's, actually, this,
It says permits required.
the City v. Sertilator, there's two cases. There's another one coming up that's permits, and you just did one that was with overgrowth.
Okay, so
On 1289.
Yeah, so this Sertilder is the overgrowth. There's another one coming for permits. If you want, I can show you the,
Brian just checked his and his has B on both.
I have 10-3 on both.
I'm looking on mine. So I don't know if you're reading the right one or not, Bill.
well, it's in the packet here.
Is it the right address, though? Look at the notice of violation.
Yeah, it says 426 Ferncliff Avenue. Is that the, yeah, 426 Ferncliff Avenue.
Does the notice of violation have a case number on it?
261607.
There you go.
So that's, okay.
Wrong case.
Well, why is it in the packet?
wait a minute, hold on. There's two cases against this property.
Right.
The one we just did, 26-1289, shows that the violation is 10-3B,
Correct.
subparagraph 1.
And Brian just confirmed that, so you don't really need to look any further.
Yeah.
We'll be doing the other case in just a bit, just a couple minutes.
Awesome.
Oh. Okay. All right, anyway.
Good?
Never mind, yep.
But I see
So why don't we start over, read the case, read
I
the,
see Bill's
do the
point,
motion.
the difference between
Just
A and
hold your thoughts.
You want me to do this one? Did I volunteer for this?
Just redo it.
All right. Well, I don't think I even started, but.
Well, if you haven't started, please start.
Yep, I will. Sorry for the confusion. So case number 26-1289, I move that the city has proven by a greater weight of the evidence the following violation of the City of Temple Terrace City Code did exist on the property located at 426 Ferncliff Avenue. This code violation is section 10-3 subsection B. This motion is based on the sworn testimony this board has received from Code Enforcement Officer Doug Allen, along with any other evidence, including photos, affidavits, and notice of violation, all of which is received and entered as part of the record of this hearing. I further move that no fine be imposed because the violation was brought into compliance prior to the date of this hearing.
You have a motion, do we have a second?
Second.
Motion is second by Brian. Any further discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, no nays, motion carries. Next case, please.
Case number 261567, City versus Mark Andrew Rodriguez. For the am I on the wrong one?
No, we can do that one, but I just want to make sure on, my next case would have been 26-1406.
No, you're correct. I skipped a page.
Okay.
Sorry.
That's fine.
Case number, starting over, 261406, City versus Celine Maria Belchins for the property located at 8605 Beverly Drive. This case is before the board based on an alleged violation of section 10-3, subsection B, sanitation grass weeds, section 10-34, sanitation premises clean, section 22-340, sanitation collection practice, and section 11.120.10, sanitation of abutting property. This case will be prosecuted this evening by Code Officer Doug Allen. The city has evidence that the notice of violation and hearing were properly served.
Good evening, Mr. Chairman and board members. Doug Allen, Code Compliance Officer. This case was originated by me on April 22nd, 2026 for overgrown yard, overgrown right-of-way, and debris in the driveway, and garbage cans constantly left at curbside. I left the door hanging with a reinspection date of April 27th, 2026. My reinspection on April 27th showed no change, so I generated a notice of violation on that date with a reinspection date of May 27th, 2006. May 7th, 2026. I posted a copy at the site, and a copy was posted at City Hall on the electronic board for the 10-day requirement, and copies were mailed both certified and regular mail to the address of owner. On my owner of record, my reinspection on May 19th showed no change, so a notice of hearing was prepared on that date, and the case was scheduled for the July Municipal Code Board meeting. This time, I'd like to submit photographic evidence taken by me on April 27th and May 29th, 2026. The site is in compliance, and I'd also like to submit an affidavit of compliance, and I'm seeking a finding.
We'll accept all that, thank you. Any questions for the code officer?
Yes, the three violations were corrected.
Four,
Yeah. One.
All four are
Two.
in
All
compliance?
four in compliance.
Yeah, all four in compliance. Any other questions? Seeing none, I'll entertain a motion. Okay.
In case number 26-1406, I move that the city has proven by the greater weight of evidence the following violations of the City of Temple Terrace City Code exist on the property located at 8605 Beverly Drive, with applicable code violations, Section 10-3, subsection B, Section 10-34, Section 22-340, Section 11.120.10. This motion is based on the sworn testimony this board has received from the Code Enforcement Officer, Doug Allen, along with any other evidence, including photos, affidavit, and the notice of violation of which received and entered as part of the record of this hearing. I further move there be no fine imposed because the violations were brought into compliance prior to the date of this hearing.
We have a motion, do we have a second?
I'll second.
Motion and a second, any further discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, no nays, motion carries. Next case, please.
Case number 261567, City versus Mark Andrew Rodriguez, for the property located at 10905 Montrose Avenue. This case is before the board based on an alleged violation of Section 22-161, subsection C, water shortage declaration. This case will be prosecuted this evening by Code Officer Danielle Batt. The city has evidence that the notice of violation and notice of hearing were properly served.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Good evening, I'm Officer Babb with Code Compliance. This case this evening was initiated by myself on May 7th, 2026. At this time, the city is in Phase 3 water shortage order per the Southwest Florida Water Management District. The property was found in violation of City Ordinance Violation 22-161 for watering outside the allowed time and date permitted and is irreparable, irreversible. Per Southwest Florida Water Management, the property is only allowed to water on Wednesdays between 12:01 a.m. and 4 a.m. or 8 p.m. and 11:59 p.m. A notice of violation, notice of hearing was posted to the subject property requested, posted to the City Hall on the electronic board and sent both certified and regular mail to the address of record on May 7th, 2026. The notice of violation, notice of hearing was also posted on May 28th, 2026 to the subject property requesting posted in City Hall on electronic board for the 10-day requirement and sent both certified mail and regular mail to the address of record. In July, due to cancellation on the June Municipal Code Enforcement Board hearing, the clerk office rescheduled to tonight and mailed out such documentation. At this time, I would like to submit evidence for case number 26-1567, supporting the case and asking for a ruling and a one-time fine of $250 be assessed.
We'll accept that, thank you. Any questions for the officer? Seeing none, I'll entertain a motion.
All right, I'm the,
Have you talked to the property owner?
No, sir.
okay, so we don't know whether or not they've adjusted their watering, cycle or.
We'll find out next month.
I guess we'll find out soon enough. All right, I shouldn't laugh.
Thank you.
All right, so I'm the water guy. So in case number 26-1567, I move that the city has proven by a greater weight of the evidence the following violation of the City of Temple Terrace City Code exists on the property located at 10905 Montrose Avenue, Code Section 22-161, subsection C. This motion is based on the sworn testimony this board has received from Code Enforcement Officer Danielle Batt, along with any other evidence, including photos, affidavits, and notice of violation, all of which is received and entered as part of the record of this hearing. I further move that the violation is irreparable and irreversible as defined by City Code Section 1-63. Therefore, I move that a fine of $100 be imposed for this violation.
We have a motion. Do we have a second?
Second.
Motion is second by Brian. Any further discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? No nays. Motion carries. Next case, which I think is our last case under new business.
It is. Case number 261607, City versus Sertilider, LLC, for the property located at 426 Ferncliff Avenue. This case is before the board based on an alleged violation of Section 8-28, subsection A, subsection 1, permit app required. This case will be prosecuted this evening by Code Officer Doug Allen. The city has evidence that the notice of violation and notice of hearing were properly served.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Good evening, Mr. Chairman and board members. Doug Allen, Code Compliance Officer. This case was originated by Community Development on May 11th, 2026 for air conditioning work being done without a permit. I went directly to a notice of violation on that date with a reinspection date of May 13th, 2026. I posted a copy at the front door, and a copy was posted at City Hall on the electronic board for the 10-day requirement, and copies were mailed, both regular and certified mail, to the owner of record. My reinspection on May 19th showed no change, so I prepared a notice of hearing on that date and scheduled the case for the July Municipal Code Board meeting. I would like to submit photographic evidence taken by me on May 11th, 2026. Exhibit 1 will show the posting of the notice of violation. The site is in compliance, and I'd like to submit an affidavit of compliance as well, and I'm seeking a finding.
Accept that. Thank you. Any questions for the code officer? Seeing none, I'll entertain a motion.
All right, I'll go get this one knocked out here. Okay. So, in case number 26-1607, I move that the city has proven by a greater weight of the evidence the following violation of the City of Temple Terrace City Code did exist on the property located at 426 Ferncliff Avenue. Violation is 8-28, subsection A, subsection 1. This motion is based on the sworn testimony this board has received from Code Enforcement Officer Doug Allen. This, along with any other evidence, including photos, affidavits, and notice of violation, all of which is received and entered as part of the record of this hearing. I further move that no fine be imposed because the violation was brought into compliance prior to the date of this hearing.
We have a motion. Do we have a second?
Second.
Motion is second. Any further discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? No nays. Motion carries. On to old business.
Yes, Doug, I think this is your notes.
Fine. It's fine. We can move on to new old business.
Okay, under unfinished business, case number 240836, City versus Betty and David Hessinger and Harold Madero for the property located at 10027 North 52nd Street. The deadline for compliance was July 10th of 2024, and a fine of $25 per day beginning July 11th, 2024. Violation sections 8-102, subsection 13, subsection B, minimum housing, exterior walls. Section 13-3, subsection B, sanitation, grass, weeds. Section 12-861, subsection E, subsection 6, fences, appearance. Affidavit of compliance received May 26, 2026 by Doug Allen. Next case is case number 254353, City versus Juan Navarro and Primavito Diaz Jr. for the property located at 8701 Triple Oaks Road. The deadline for compliance was May 13, 2026. A fine of $25 per day beginning May 14, 2026. Violation sections 8-102, subsection 13, subsection C, minimum housing roofs. Affidavit of compliance received May 13 by Code Officer Lori Smith.
Great.
Next case, case number 254741, City versus Perucranian LLC for the property located at 5315 East Bush Boulevard. Deadline for compliance is June 10th, 2026, and a fine of $25 per day beginning June 11th, 2026. Oh, $50 per day. Sorry about that. Thank you. Violation section 12-8983, subsection 2, subsection C. Signs, motions prohibited. And section 12-989, signs, temporary sign. Affidavit of compliance received June 16, 2026 by Code Officer Doug Allen. Next case, 254819, City versus Oslenbeck, Kardetsev and Dunya Kardetsev for the property located at 5106 East 122nd Avenue. Deadline for compliance was June 10th. Fine of $50 per day beginning June 11, 2026. Section 10-4, subsection B, subsection 4, nuisance buildings. Section 10-34, sanitation premises clean. Section 12-860, inoperative outdoor storage equipment. Section 12-861, subsection E, subsection 8, fences, walls, maintenance. Deadline for compliance is midnight tonight. This was actually a case that was carried over to this hearing. Case number 260734, City versus Heritage in Salamad for the property located at 7539 Terrace River Drive. Violation section 12-763, tree removal penalty, and section 12-768, subsection A, subsection 1, tree unlawful removal. This respondent was ordered to pay a lump sum fine of $1,000 and replant a canopy tree within 30 days. Which was June 12, 2026. This case was placed back on the agenda to clarify the board's order for a deadline date and a daily fine amount, as it was not given at the last hearing.
So is there something?
I think what we're going to need. Sorry, Brian. I think what we're going to need to do on this is probably schedule this for the next hearing to, and what, I'm sorry, Tasha, what is it that needs to be done on this one? It needs.
We need a deadline. We need a deadline date and a daily fine amount.
For the replanting of the canopy trees, right?
Correct.
Yeah, because we had the $1,000 lump sum for the 12-768, which is the removal, but apparently we don't have a deadline for them to plant the trees and a fine if they don't.
I'm a little confused about that because it says replant canopy trees within 30 days.
Yeah, I guess what it is, we have that, but we don't have a fine connected to it, unless you didn't want a fine connected to that.
Okay, so I guess my first question is, has the tree been planted? No. Okay. So we probably need to rehear it, and it's currently in violation because it didn't meet the 30 days or whatever, and then attach a fine and a new deadline at the next hearing? Or can we do it now?
For the 12-763.
Can we do it now?
I don't think we should, because we didn't give we really haven't noticed it, and the person didn't have an opportunity, so I think we'll need to send them a notice for the next
Need a
hearing.
motion to move it to a date certain, or?
Yes, please. I think that would be better.
All right, if you guys could make a motion to move this case to hear just about the replanting of the tree and any fine related to the replanting of the tree until August 12th, that would be great. Somebody just needs to make that motion.
Okay, in case number 26-0734, I move that we rehear the case on August 12th, 2026, to make a decision on the fine for lack thereof planting the tree.
And to establish
And to establish the the
Compliance date.
compliance date of that planting of the tree.
We have a motion, do we have a second?
I'll second.
Motion is second. Any further discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? No nays, motion carries.
So I have a question, going back to one of the cases that we,
Let's get through the last case and
Okay,
then we'll deal with your question.
all right.
Okay, so the last case is case number 260865, City versus Metro Plaza LLC for the property located at 10602 North 56th Street. The deadline for compliance was June 10, 2026, a fine of $50 per day beginning June 11th. Violation section 8-28, subsection A, subsection 1, permit app required. Deadline for compliance is midnight tonight.
Okay, what's your question?
The first tree case that we looked at tonight, I don't think, did we come up with a?
No, we're waiting to get more evidence.
Yeah, that case, there's one case that's been pushed.
Oh, okay, was that the one that was, I thought?
With the interpreter.
Oh, okay, you're right, never mind.
Okay,
And the
good.
previous one, the 25-4819,
They
that's,
already replaced them. The one with the crepe myrtles, they already replaced the tree.
no, I know, I'm talking about 25-4819. That's the one where the lady that comes in here all the time and she wants an extension.
Yeah.
She didn't show up tonight.
Oh,
And
well.
is she still making significant, she had hoped she was gonna be like done, but
Yeah, I haven't seen any progress. Have you?
Since you put up the fences and the gates up front, I really haven't seen them.
So, the last time that she was here, she had put up fences and did some cleanup of the area. Prior to that, she did make progress then. She had put some block up. She had some rebar installed. To date, though, we've seen no further progress since then.
I wasn't
And
here.
she was supposed to be here tonight. She was, I think we had said every 60 days. So June would have been the month that she skipped. She should have been here tonight to speak on her behalf.
And last thing we heard from her was she was waiting for her concrete guy to pour the beams so she could put the walls up and then put the trusses up, so
Right, and I've seen.
you've not seen any of that. Okay.
Not that I can see from the right of way.
Yeah. Okay.
thanks, I was just curious.
Anything else?
Nope.
All right, I do have 3 items. I know it's late, guys, sorry. Okay, liens report first. Anything? Okay. New business. I have 3 items. First, we should congratulate Lori for being, was it Employee of the Year, or Employee of the Month? Employee of the Month. And she would now be hereafter referred to as Officer Princess.
Well, I don't know. Wow.
Okay, the other thing I wanted to bring to you guys' attention is, and we seem to have this conversation more often than I like, but we're losing some of our structure up here. So please, one at a time, if you have a correction to something that another board member did, or I did, or you want to correct it, wait until they're done. One person needs to speak at a time. I can't imagine what Tasha's going through to get these minutes done right. So please, just one at a time, wait for permission. It's not because I'm trying to control you guys, it's because we need to have a clean record. And we can't have a clean record if 3 of us are talking at the same time. So please, one at a time, if you have a correction, wait for that person to finish, make a point of order, make the correction then, but just one at a time, please. And then also, there's a time for your opinion and there's a time for question. We always ask questions first. The time for your opinion is during the discussion of the meeting after the motion is made. Let's try to stick to that as well. The last thing is, and Jack, did you want to talk about that tonight or next time? The fines? You want to talk about that now or later?
The increase?
Yes.
Yes.
So before you do, let me kind of preface that. I know you guys have all been here through it all, but let me kind of bring the history forward. So we used to have a minimum of like $50 or $75 a day. And then COVID hit, and then the hurricanes hit, and we kind of slid the fines back to like where they are now, $25. We did that for a good reason. We had hurricanes, we had COVID, people were hurting. But all of those incidents are now well past us. So it's my opinion, and Jack's going to have, explain his opinion, that we need to start getting those fines back up. And I think part of the reason is, and Jack can elaborate, is the $25 per day is not having an impact. It's not getting people to do the right thing. The floor is yours.
Thank you. So to that point, I understand fully, sitting in this chair and having worked nonprofit for a while, that when people are going through a hard time, and it's something silly like, your grass is too high, or parking in your yard, or even a tarp on your roof, the simple thing to do is to say, okay, I get it, I feel sorry for you, let's move on. $25 per day, because that's not really going to hit your pocketbook too much. At the same time, and I believe there are times when that's absolutely called for. We saw one tonight, and I completely understand that. But there's other times, especially when we're talking about deliberate acts, which we've seen recently, where people are trying to get around the system to create opportunities for themselves at the expense of the code. And the rules of the city. When we see those, I think the impact needs to be very direct, and the fines need to reflect that. Not to take somebody's money. It's to make that impact and show a message that this is not going to be tolerated in the city, because others are watching. Other people are watching. So if we have somebody over here, I'm just going to use grass because it's easy. Somebody that's not moving their grass over here, and they get a $25 fine for taking care of that for the month. It's easier just to get a $25 fine and not mow your grass for a month than it is to actually move forward and cut the grass, or have somebody do it for you if you can't, or even reach out to the city and we'll find resources if somebody needs it. The impact needs to be there. If we don't have a high enough fine to make that impact, we're going to see these things repeat over and over and over again, and it's that long-term effect, right? We don't want to see people coming back over and over and over again, even for repeat violations. We're starting to see repeat violations creep up a little bit on us, and I think that's a direct result of a couple things, and one of those is going to be the expectation of lower fines. So again, I appreciate the empathy, and I think it's warranted in a lot of the cases. But at the same time, we've got to hit home with what we're putting out there to our residents, because yes, we may be showing some leniency to one household, but we have all these other households around us that are doing the right thing and are paying the ultimate price because they're having to look at this every day. I hope that makes sense the way I explained it. It made sense up here.
And I know, part of the thing is, we want to be consistent, but every case stands on its own, and every case, we say it in every time we read it, the motion. It's, what they've done before, what they've done to mitigate, the nature of the violation, has there been any other violations? So all of that gives this board some leniency, not leniency, some room to adjust the fine to fit the case. So it shouldn't just be $25, $25, $25. We need to listen to the evidence, hear the testimony, and then make a decision based on the testimony presented to you for that particular case, and make a fine that's justified for that particular case. And sometimes it's 25, and a lot of times it's not. And we've all seen it where people come in and they're just, I did it, and they make that financial decision that, it's cheaper to pay the $25 fine because now they have a month to get it done anyway. We've had issues with people parking trailers in their driveway, and they do the math. It's easier, it's cheaper to pay the fine than it is to find a closer, storage place for their trailer. So again, it's, each case stands on its own, but I'd like you all to give wish the rest of the board was here, give some thought to increasing the fines when applicable. Anything to add?
Do we have a chance to talk?
Yeah, hang on a sec. Ernie, you have anything
The
to
only
add?
thing I was going to add on that was too, we have a lot of people that don't show up, and I can't, it makes me wonder why. And perhaps the low fines might be contributing to that. If they see that the fines are higher, maybe they'll start showing up to the hearings and respond.
I thought we've been looking at each case. I was just, as you mentioned, individually, and we've been looking at critical things. That's what I thought, but minor thing. And also remember, when we say it's not a $25 fine, it's a $25 per day. 10 days, that's $250. 100 days, that's $2,500. It is. I know. I agree with you. We might have to go back from the COVID time. I agree with all this discussion, but I don't think we've been very lenient with a lot of people. We've been putting 50, 100 things that considered safety
Let me
issues.
give you an example. So if whatever it is, doesn't matter what the example is, if you're gonna give them a $25 fine and they have a month to come into compliance, they're gonna do the math. Say, well, okay, I really got a month and a week, because if I wait an extra week, it's only $125. If I get somebody out there to cut the lawn tomorrow, it's gonna cost me $200. So I'll just wait until the end, and now I'll pay $200 and the grass is this high instead of this high. So, just make that part of your thought process, is all I'm asking.
Yeah, I guess the cost of yard maintenance has gone up quite a bit. I was paid $5 to mow a yard, but back in the day, but I'm old. So,
Yeah.
but so.
I mean, it varies. I mean, it depends on how big your yard is, but they're doing the math.
I agree with what Rod said. I mean, $25 a day, it's $750 over a month. I mean, and yeah, maybe they say, okay, they do the math and they say,
Well, I mean, Jack's seen it. Jack sees it on the street. I mean, he wouldn't have brought it up if it wasn't being, if.
Like I say, I'm old.
If the fines were being impactful, we wouldn't be having this discussion.
$750 is a lot of money.
I'll say what we don't see is you guys talk to someone 10, 15, 20 times before it gets to us. And then it gets to us and, okay, so, we don't see how much money the city is spending for all of that communication prior. They say, I sent a letter on this day or I did this on this day, but we don't see the 15 other times they're driving by. So I do get your point in that. I think it's definitely something to take heed on, and maybe this might be something we can talk about too, because the question came up between the code section A and B. Maybe it's time. We used to do this once a year, where we would talk with. It was when Tom was the director, and we would meet once a year and kind of go over what things you guys are seeing, any specific codes, because there are trends that we don't see. We see it when it gets here, but you guys are seeing it. And you're spending 15, 20, 25 times of talking to someone, because you're lenient out there. We all know that. And before it gets to us. So it'd be nice to hear kind of what the trends are, and then maybe go over what the things that come to us most often, what the differences are between the nuances of sections. Because I feel, we see you guys driving around, we see you doing what you do. I certainly have empathy. I feel $25 a day adds up very, very fast. However, there are times where I would throw more money at it.
The idea behind the fine is it's not a revenue stream, okay? It's two things. One, part of it is revenue to cover the cost of all, like you said, all the work that they do. But it also is to be impactful, to get people to do what they should be doing anyway. It's to get compliance. And if they're doing the math and the $25 isn't impacting them, then we need to do something else. And we don't have a lot of arrows in our quiver, unfortunately. We've talked for years about all the things we can do. Can we put a sign on their yard, or can we shame them on social media? We've discussed all that, and we know we can't. So the only thing we have in our quiver is a fine, and to warn them that if, once even with the ones that come into compliance, there's a reason why I warned them that it's now gonna become a second violation and the fines go up. It's so that they understand that, they do it again. and
Repeated violation.
Then the fines are gonna be much higher. I do that for their benefit, okay? So that they understand that the next time they come in front of us for the same thing, we're not gonna be so lenient. But I do think that we have gotten to the point, and again, at the time we started it, yes, it was COVID, it was the hurricanes, it was all of that stuff. But I think now is the time that we need, things have gotten back to, kind of normal. Everybody's used to working from home and all that other good stuff. Last year's hurricanes were not bad. This year's hurricanes, cross your fingers, hopefully will not be bad. Everybody's crossing their fingers. I think it's time to get back to where we were before.
And just to continue with my devil's advocacy here, one reason that we went to the $25 was to reduce the amount of lien reductions, that the amount that people would accrue for lien reductions. For example, and I don't want to put you on the spot, we had a lien reduction on last night's city council meeting. The guy had accrued 30. I think it was a grass thing, right?
No, it was fence in disrepair, walls in disrepair. And
So it was a $34,000 lien, which was reduced to $1,000. What message does that give people? I mean, if you're talking about we got to increase the fine level, I mean, what the heck? I mean, that to me is like.
I think I agree with you 100% because, it's not the revenue and.
I'm not that comfortable with bumping fines up. I mean,
Yeah,
I just really, I mean, what do you want, $50 a day? Is that what we're gonna?
That's what we used to
Is that
have,
gonna
yeah.
be our basis? I don't know.
I want to be consistent. I don't think we should necessarily have a norm. This is what we do every single time.
No, I agree with you.
I think it's fair to.
Per case.
Right, and go off per case. And when we hear, I've contacted these people this day, this day, this day, this day, this day, this day, and I finally, I was as nice as I could, but I finally had to submit it to come to code board.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe.
And if you got, some of these cases we heard tonight started in January.
Right.
Started last year.
But I mean,
Started last year. And if they've gone on for that long and they still have not brought the property into compliance, what do you think? $25 is not going to move the needle.
But part of the reason that they didn't come in front of us is because these guys purposely delay us, so we don't have 10. Well, we had 20 tonight.
Yeah, but my point
just
is,
saying that
if
it
you
was
have a
intentionally
violation that
delayed.
starts in
Right.
25, in January, December, November
Right.
of 2025,
Do we have any
and it's now getting in front of us, and they still haven't done anything about it, and we just fine them $25, that doesn't move the needle.
Like the case you brought up, the one with the fence, they just put the fence up, you can't see it. Now, when she was here last time, I remember she said part of the reason for the fence was she had a group of boys coming into the property saying, "Oh, I heard there were kangaroos here."
Right.
I understand then why you're gonna put a fence up and keep people out of your property. 100%, I'm on board with that. At the same time, now we can't see what progress is being made, and it still looks like a burned down house.
Yeah.
But she's gonna get hit with a $50 a day
And,
fine if that's.
It's been burned down for 6 years.
Yeah, I get you.
I mean, there has to be, what incentive
Right.
is there? Either demolish it or do something.
Yeah, we probably should have hit them with a heavier fine per day for that.
That's all we're asking is that you let each case stand on its own and take into account the length of time that they've spent trying to get compliance before it got to us, and make the fine fit the case, instead of just, all right, $25.
I agree with that, yes. And I thought,
Yeah, I agree with what Brian just said too, that we probably need to sit down and go over,
What our appetite is.
specifically.
Okay, having said that,
Well, we don't have anybody here.
well, we've got a quorum. I saw, Jack, you had a little data sheet at the meeting the other night. Do you guys think that you guys could put together a little presentation and we meet at 5 o'clock next month instead of 6?
That would work for me.
Just clarify, what's the presentation?
Kind of what the trends are.
What the trends are. He had a really good chart at the meeting that showed what, what they were, how many cases they were dealing with, how many cases ultimately came to us, what they were about, and it was for a different reason, but it's still a good chart.
It was very relative to what you do.
Yeah.
It actually shows how much work you're actually doing at this board and what it's achieving. But at the same time, it also shows what our residents are doing.
Right.
Like the grass cases at the top, there were 661.
Yes.
653 complied voluntarily. Only 8 made it to the code board, which I thought was amazing. So it shows that our residents are really doing what they're supposed to do for the most part. So yeah, we can definitely put something like that together. And I think it's going to show exactly kind of what we're talking about when it comes to the fines. But I think it's also going to show how effective what you do and the decisions that you make are when it comes to getting people to comply.
Yeah, and even like the water cases, I mean, I get it. If they, I mean, I don't know how anybody could not know we're in a drought, but maybe, okay? And we've been telling people about it since, what, March? April,
Well, I
since
mean, we've
April.
been in a drought for 2 years.
Since April.
Yeah.
Yeah, but since April.
Yeah.
So since April, but since April, we've been in a level 3 or phase 3 water shortage, right? You know when somebody comes up here and they're telling you the truth or they're not telling you the truth. And it doesn't have to be $100 every time. It can be up to $250, right? Right, and actually what Swiftmark recommends is $250 the first time for everybody. And if you look at other municipalities, Hillsborough County, I think, had 2,000 water cases over the last couple months. City of Tampa, their number of water cases has gone up. I think I saw 47% of what, I don't know, but they went up 47%. And they are fining people $250 on the first
Can I
time.
ask you a question on that? So you mentioned that you're recommended from the South Florida water folks to fine on site.
It's not a recommendation, it's an edict.
Required.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it still comes to us. I mean, like, are you guys doing that? Fining, like, or is it all coming to us?
No. Here's the rule is, normally they would give somebody a courtesy notice,
Right.
okay? They're not getting a courtesy notice. They're getting a notice to appear before us,
Okay.
okay?
That's what it, okay.
Yeah. So they don't get the benefit of a courtesy notice and a time in which to come into compliance. It's a irreversible
Right.
fine, irreversible event, and they get a notice of hearing, and they come in front of us, and then you guys decide what the fine amount is. There will be a fine because it's a violation. It's whether or not it's $100, it's 110, 125, 150, 175, 200, or 250.
Well, because again, it's like you said, it's hard to imagine anyone not knowing. Right.
But you know if it's a truly a innocent mistake, or if they were just flaunting. I mean, if somebody's watering the lawn, 10 o'clock at night, they probably know that, okay? They're just they think nobody's out there. Or if they're doing it on a Sunday afternoon, they think that nobody's out there, okay? Everybody plays the games, and they want the grass to be green, and I get that, but, everybody else is following the rules, and, sometimes $100 is applicable, and sometimes it may not be. And all I'm asking is that we start to listen to what the testimony is. We start looking more at the facts of each individual case, and we apply the verdicts, or whatever you want to call it, that match the facts of the case. And whether that's a $25 a day or $50 a day, or in the case of water, it's 100, it's 175, it's 200. It's just we seem to be in this rut of everything's at 25 and everything's 100. And I'm just suggesting that each case does stand on its own, each case has its own set of facts, and that we pay attention to those facts and that testimony and what's being said to you in defense of the violation, and make a appropriate decision.
Now, do we have to make a motion to meet at 5 next month?
Yeah, I think that would be good to do.
Okay.
Assuming that these guys, you guys think, you know,
But remind us, please. They
yeah,
have,
you'll get an email, read your email.
I mean, if you guys are okay with it, I'm not, because I personally, like, it's nice to, number one, catch up with y'all and, like, just get what you're seeing out there. Because we only see the small percentage that makes it to us. We don't see the big picture all the time. So I would like to do that. I mean, would you guys?
That's fine, we can do that.
So I'll make a motion that, for the August 12th, 26, meeting, we meet at 5 to meet with, the code enforcement staff.
We have a motion, do we have a second?
Second.
Motion and second, any further discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, no nays, motion carries. Okay, so I don't have anything else. Does anybody else have any new business?
yes.
Go ahead.
It's not a new business, David, and it's just directed to you. I'd like you to also consider, when we have a long meeting, to come up and say, anybody would like to take a break? Because I don't want to keep jumping, and, you know, you consider me, I know how edgy you are, so,
Well, I mean, you know,
so I
don't
want
need
you
the
to,
break, so
as a chairman, I want you to mention that. Appreciate that, thank you.
Okay, well, if we go long again, and you just raise your hand and say we need a break, that's all.
You consider that disturbing?
No, no, I make fun of it because it's fun.
Okay,
Anything else?
thank you.
If you're offended by that, I apologize.
I'm not offended,
Okay.
but I'd like you to,
Okay, we'll take it under
you
consideration.
used to, by the way. If you
Did?
look back, you know, when we had longer meetings, you used to mention it, but now, I don't mind, sometimes I know it's long, and we want to get out of here. Half hour to an hour, you know, that's fine with me, but sometimes
If
when
we
you
go
go.
more, if we go more than an hour and a half,
Yeah.
I will try to remember
Just mention it,
that
you know.
that we need a break. Okay, anything else? If not, we are adjourned, thank you.
Thank you.
Motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
All those in
Second.
favor?
Aye.
Okay, we're good.
Thank you.
you.